dark surrender. There's no escaping, I'm lost if there's no you. And no one can save me like you do, yeah. How long can you let me suffer? I try to search for another cure, but there's no use, 'cause no one can save me like you do. Save me like you do. Just like a drug, I think I'm hooked and it's alright. Just bring back the sunshine and lift me up. Think I hit the floor. I've never needed anything more. Dive back in. Come light the fire within. Come back and make the days brighter, just like that. Yeah, come back. Go pull me out of this dark surrender. There's no escaping, I'm lost if there's no you. And no one can save me like you do, yeah. How long can you let me suffer? I try to search for another cure, but there's no use, 'cause no one can save me like you do. And no one can save me like you do. Waves don't carry away my feeling about you. Trains don't go to the place I'm feeling without you. Days fly by and the more I'm thinking that I don't wanna be alone. And I wait for something new. I wait for something new. Hey, I really want you. I want you again. Hey, I really missing the star, I'll point and direct you. Days you stumble and fall, I'll be there to catch you. I'm still crazy, but now I'm crazy about the only one I love. So I'm waiting up for you. I'm waiting up for you.
You're Skellington bar, homes and your terrible prose. The bicycle thief, the boy I used to be, stuck in in between your skin, with all your veins choking in. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, it's time to bring your heart back. 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 Change your mind. 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 Bring your heart back. Drawing my chord keys on a white A4 sheet. Might briefly pass the time, but won't solve the pain inside. And all your friends are screaming, but you're barely out of breath. The kids all seem to hate you, but you haven't started yet. It's time to bring your heart back. 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 Beat young heartbeat, 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 beat young heartbeat. Change your mind, bring your heart back. Change your mind, bring your heart back. Change your mind, change your mind, change your mind, bring your heart back. 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 You got a rhythm in your heart. You got a rebel in your soul. Come on and give it all you got. Let the good times roll. We take it up. Let's lose control. We turn it up and let the good times roll. We at the top. We're invincible. We're never gonna stop. So let the good times roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let the good times roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let the good times roll. Yeah. You got a fire in your eyes. Are you ready to let go? Yeah, keep on dancing through the night. Let the good times roll. Make the rules and break them too. Feel the beat and let it loose. When we walk in, we own the room. Do whatever we wanna do. We take it up. Let's lose control. We turn it up and let the good times roll. We at the top. We're invincible. We're never gonna stop. So let the good times roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let the good times roll. Yeah.
somehow the energy. It comes down to this. The moment of risk. The energy. It's time, let's bring it on home. We are the unit. Can't even stop us now. We gotta fight until we win. It's time, let's bring it on home. We are the unit. Can't even stop us now. We gotta fight until we win. The moment is now. I feel it somehow. The energy. I feel so alive. You cannot survive. The energy. It's time, let's bring it on home. We are the unit. Can't even stop us now. We gotta fight until we win. It's time, let's bring it on home. We are the unit. Can't even stop us now. We gotta fight until we win.
We're so connected, even though oceans apart. You are the person I call home. Need to be near you to feel closer to your heart. Without you, there's no place to go. I don't know where I end or where you start, because I just want to be one. I need for you to know that from the start you weren't alone, cause you're the one.
Give me wings to fly, to lift you up and away, to save us from this pain. Oh, let us both be swept away, swept away. Your wings to fly, come on, chasing the day. There's no hiding away, and let us both be swept away. Swept away, swept away.
I'll always be there even when you fall apart. I'll always help you find your way. When all the lights are gone, I'll be there in the dark. My love for you is here to stay.
And every time I feel I want you by my side, so you can feel it too. I want you to see the things I see, and when you smile, I'm smiling too.
Give me wings to fly, to lift you up and away.
온종일 너만 나 생각해 정신없어. 언제까지 애타게 할 거니 너. 내가 말했잖아 너 아님 안 된다고.
have a very important thing that you should all pay attention to. Now, the game's not yet beginning, but that will give you plenty of time to do something, and I know you want to, because there's going to be a chance for you to win. Okay, it's like you're like, oh, can I win some gear? That's great. No, there's going to be a chance to win a trip to TI. That's right, a trip to TI and to be a star in the next episode of what you're about to watch. Now, trip to TI is obviously great to win. You need to do some things for that. First of all, you need to watch the video that is about to play. We'll get to that in a second. And then, after the video is done, you go to esl.gg/DHL. That's not that hard. You can get that done, even without the help of the things that are normally below the screen. esl.gg/DHL. Make sure you go there, watch the video, and have a chance to win a trip to TI. So enjoy the video, and good luck.
All right, Effie, this is it. Take this letter, deliver it to us in the past, and warn us about our dark future.
Hey, everybody! That was neat. What's that? You got something for me? Okay. Let's see here. What is this? Looks like it was written by a crazy person. Hey, what are you doing over there? What is that?
Nothing. Mind your own business.
Doesn't look like nothing. It looks like you're polluting.
I feel like I just met you every time we meet again. You got me questioning, are we more than friends? I close my eyes and through the night imagine you out there. I think it's only fair that I tell you once again. Oh, baby, you still make me feel like I'm on top of the world. First saw you here, just close your eyes and hold me tight while we dance till the dawn. Baby, don't you know you always were the one? Oh, baby, you still make me feel like I'm on top of the world. Oh, baby, you still make me feel like I'm on top of the world. On top of the
Waves don't carry away my feeling about you. Trains don't go to the place I'm feeling without you. Days fly by and the more I'm thinking that I don't wanna be alone.
guys, it's finally time. Division 1 is on the menu. We got OG, we got Goonsquad, and a best of 3 here. Of course, you're watching Dreamleague Season 18, and we got these two teams fighting on the battlefield, and you might have noticed we've been fighting some technology here as well, but all is good in the world if we get to watch some good Dota 2. And don't worry, you get to watch that other video sometime in the future, but do keep in mind, gotta watch every single time, because a trip to TI on the line, that's pretty hype if you can win that one. That sounds like great.
I liked it in fast motion as well.
I enjoyed the video because it was over quicker, and I just don't see Suns fan on my screen.
I don't think we got to see Suns fan even.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, did we? Right.
Flash for like 2 seconds.
Or was he the bailiff? I think he might have been the bailiff of the.
He was the police officer for a little bit.
Yeah. He doesn't get to be the judge.
No.
I like how it did take a good 20 seconds to work it out, because, you know, with slacks on screen, you're like, is this actually the bit? Is this actually meant to be the content? It's like, okay. But poor Purge was speed running around the pod.
Yeah, the moment Purge starts speaking quickly, it's like, oh no, that's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He can't do that. All right, we got some Dota 2 here coming your way. Let's start by taking a look at the standings. Obviously, I'm joined by Jenkins, T, and Fogged. And we're taking a look at the standings because for this series, it seems, T, that there's a bit of a discrepancy between the teams that we're about to watch.
Yeah, you might say that. I'd say for Goonsquad at least, they've been able to beat Liquid, is probably the biggest rival. They have lost to Gladiators and Entity. So I'd say this is still quite a pivotal moment in the season for Goonsquad, even though OG looking quite healthy 3-1. Some might say that this could be the point where Goonsquad looks better, but realistically, it's OG. They're looking, after their one loss, very flawless since that. They've refound new heroes they want to play. I think the identity post-major was a little bit lost, but yeah, now they're once again all in motion.
It was a tough loss though. I think it was
17 minutes.
It was like the quickest game.
But
it was definitely the quickest game of Western EU DPC that we've seen.
Yes. We got to talk to Misha though, and Misha did say like something's not right. We're not gelling perfectly, and then right after that they got on this like streak, and I think we talked to him again. I think afterwards you guys talked to Amar.
I think we talked to Amar, and he said the same thing, and he said it's been hashed out, and they're on the same page.
Yeah, so I think that's really important, especially when you're looking at this. I think this team is very scary.
Yeah.
I think that we've seen such a massive hero pool across the board on them too. I think Yuragi, right, played 8 different heroes so far in this tour. So yeah, it's going to be tough to predict what they're going to play, where they're going to play it, and they always play with like 3 carries that are scaling. So it's always tough to address.
It's always tough to address. Well, something that we see frequently addressed are heroes that Amar plays on the offlane, and Amar has his own style when it comes to the offlane. Let's hear him talk about that.
Hello guys, my name is Amar. I'm offlane for OG.
And we do see, the Basher, of course, done for Nisha. That's an early on. And Blink for Taiga. A couple different items being picked up.
Remember
they got enough?
Hey, I tell you, that's a bit of a high five bait there. You know, that went from 0 to 100 quite quickly. You know, hey sir, you want a high five? We're gonna kill you.
I mean, in three years before, I was playing Dota. I was just a Legend 3, normal playing the game. And since after TI9, I started to think, let's grind some MR. Let's go. I guess I chose to go to the offlane role mainly because of Mars release, and I was playing way too much Mars. I mean, I think I succeed because I put a lot of effort into this game. My brother also kept telling me, he was flame me a lot of times when I lose, and it's somewhat encouragement. I get flamed and get flamed and get flamed, and I just don't want to get flamed, and I want to win. Yeah, I guess hitting creeps is my playstyle, more greedy, selfish playstyle. I don't care, I just hit creeps, as OG Bundle says. For me, all teams are equal. I always think I don't need to put my guard down or anything. I always ready to beat no matter which team I'm gonna face. And Goonsquad is like any other opponent. I cannot say Goonsquad, they just came from Division 2. No, maybe they become good and maybe they win us. And I do not need to underestimate them. I make sure I'm ready for everything.
Yeah, Amar ready for everyone. And it's actually incredibly fitting. Obviously, last year, Amar was the team that was in Div 2. So, of course, he knows what Div 2 teams can do in Div 1s. He was one of them, so he will not underestimate his opponents. And Flame fuels him. I think that's a very scary thing, T.
And it can also mold him. You know, the way that he has got the charisma in game, the tips, the positioning, the high fives and stuff. So I think it's always good to be able to have some level of confidence at this young age, being in a online environment at least. It helps in the
Legend 3.
3 years ago.
I find that offensive. Like, that's NSFW content that should be deleted from that video.
It's just, it makes everybody else seem poop.
No, I think what he said though in the thing was he identified his rank. He said, I want to get better, and he focused on himself improving.
They try to
a lot of people.
Sure, there's other people doing the same thing.
There's no beating around the bush.
But there's a secret sauce to it. He's clearly saying that if you want to improve, it's less about, everything else, and just focus on yourself and don't blame others, blame yourself. That naturally will find success.
And you can always treat everybody else kind of equally. It's not about how bad someone is, how good somebody is that you're playing against. It's all about yourself. It's all about being the best that you can be. And he said that he always treats every game as just being the best that he can be in a way, right? So, it's cool.
All right. So in this matchup, before we head to the draft, what's the most important thing? I want you to only name one thing because we're limited on time. What's the most important thing for Goonsquad, who is obviously the underdog coming into this series?
Goonsquad's the underdog, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just want to double check. My brain didn't work.
Goonsquad is the underdog. What do they need to do?
I think focusing on having some good lanes. I feel like OG, you give them some good lanes, they just constrict you. They'll just farm on their 3 cores, and you have no chance going late game because they just have 3 carries.
I think often Goonsquad rely on Aqua being the big carry for them for Protect 1 style. That often doesn't work against what Jenkins just mentioned. So either perform it really well in draft-wise, or allow Aqua to enter the game a little bit earlier so you're not relying on this 30-minute timing, 40-minute timing.
Ban the Amar heroes that shut down the safe lane. Make sure your safe lane has a good carry matchup that he can actually play the lane. He doesn't want to play into Razor or Viper or something like that. He wants to be able to actually play his lane, get farm, because Aqua is the key to success.
All right, Aqua, the key to success. It's Aqua versus Amar. That's our series upcoming indeed. The draft of Game 1 for this Best of 3 series is going to be starting relatively soon, so we'll be right back with that one.
Right now, for the first time in a while, I'm ready to start dreaming again. I know that it's time to let go, 'cause I never want this feeling to end. I stay up all night, talking till sunrise. Stay up all night with you. Yeah. Ooh, come on, let's go. Could you love me again? 'Cause you're the memory that I can't forget. Something more than regret. If we go back in time, can you forget the lies and I'll believe when you deny? We've always been the same, playing our selfish games, but never learned to say goodbye. You're my type, but I'm leaving you with or without.
All right, Dota time, Dota lovers. It's time for OG and Goonsquad to take the playing field. We've got a best of 3 ahead of us, and I'm joined by 3 panelists. That's right. We got Jenkins, we got Tiga, we got Fogged, and Division 1 Dota on the menu. Always a good time. OG has been on quite the tear in Division 1 so far. They're 3-1, where Goonsquad is 2-2. And on paper, definitely OG, of course, major winners as well, should have the upper hand. And therefore, we have said that the key to success for Goonsquad is to set Aqua up for them as much success as he can have.
Oh,
and
baby.
we are well in the way on the draft. And we do see Razor and Timber banned out. So that is step 1 complete.
Yep. Insta pick up the Viper.
I thought of an analogy there where you said Dota lovers. I just want to run by you quickly.
I'm sure you know you're completely wrong.
I love Dota. Like, I love my stepdad who plays a lot of poker and smokes a lot of weed, where it's like I love him, but he's got bad habits and there's problems.
Why do you keep visiting him?
Money.
Does he give you crack? Does he give you
You say crack?
Where did this go?
It's addictive.
Puck Marcy, what an opener.
Yeah, I love the Puck Marcy.
What does your stepdad give you?
No, but it's like you're painting a really bad picture.
No, he's great.
Why?
Maybe he shouldn't play so much poker and smoke so much weed.
But you're keeping visiting him because you keep playing Dota because you love him, right?
That's right.
So what does he give you?
How does this help with the draft in any way?
No, it's just Dota. It's just,
Let's focus on something.
Puck Marcy.
Yeah,
Puck
go on,
Marcy,
talk to
wow.
me.
Good combo, can break the coil. Super popular heroes, of course, too. They just work, they synergize really well together. They open up the rest of your draft.
It's a block pick too. You're blocking.
Yep.
You're blocking the puck from being picked against Marcy. That's like one of the big solutions that people are picking because you can never roam mid on a puck. So it's just like the #1 Marcy counter currently. It feels like
until you get the keen optic, or slash the lens, which you can get the grabs. But yeah, I've seeing a lot of the Dawnbreakers also versus the pucks. If it's core, you get shard timing, you get coiled, you click Q, dispels coil off yourself because you do get magic immunity, can be really strong. And also it's just one of the most popular heroes in every role now. In carry, in mid, we've seen it now. 4 or 5 seems really good. I'm not too sold still on off lane all the time, but it still is very strong. I mean,
you don't like off lane Dawnbreaker.
I'm not fully. I think it's just better in all the other roles personally.
Yeah, I prefer seeing it like mid or carry, mid, and 4 are like the S tier.
Because I've seen him at least in pubs. It's mostly off lane.
That's what I'm seeing as well too.
That's funny. I mean, the thing is though, it's like a lot of heroes competitively very different from pubs. Marcy, we've talked about. We've like beat that dead horse at this point. Like in pubs, Marcy feels nowhere near as good as it does in competitive because you actually have teammates that can run in with the move speed. You actually have teammates that can use the free satanic that you get, you know?
Also, I'd argue that the Dawn offlane in competitive, there's not a lot of the 4s that are enabling the aggressive 3 in that regards, right? You're not having the Willow styles. Sure, there's Zeus, Mirana maybe, but there aren't these 4s that are, wow, I'm going to crush my lane. It's these Clockwork, Doom, tiny type heroes that are like, oh, I'll skip the waves and run around a bit.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like bad, right? I'm just saying that for me, for what I've seen, that's kind of like what I feel like. And looking at bans, so NP band, TB band, I think these are the 2 heroes that have the most success versus the Viper off lane. So I'm kind of leaning toward this probably being S4's heroes Viper right now.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And Skywrath ban. I think I like that this hero is getting a lot of.
These are 3 bans to keep Puck happy, right?
Yes.
Nick, Sky, and Doom's like, all right, Puck, you're going to be able to run around the map, buy your non-BKB style play with your Overwhelming Blink, Octarine in and out. Like,
yeah, it's funny. We've seen Doom is actually quite successful versus Puck. You'd think because the Doom is a very projected ability that Puck could dodge it, but it's always about that like Centaur stomp setup into the Doom on Puck, and Puck usually goes for this like Sanjin Kaya like Octarine core build, and so like you're actually very tanky, and a Doom is one of the only ways of guaranteed killing that puck.
This is a pretty cool win runner pick from OG because recently, of course, last week, Misha is one of the few 5 players that each week he's spamming a new hero, like 15, 16 games, right? So it was win runner last week. Before that was Jakira, now it's Chen and Yuragi as well. This week, he's been playing some win runner carry. So this is OG's style of, all right, this Marcy, most likely some flexibility here. Windrunner could be the 5, could be the carry. C2 heroes unflexed there. So OG using their pubs and spamming the information there to bring it now into their competitive.
And there's a lot of always like Wind Ranger versus Viper. That's always been like there's this way of countering the Viper, right? And with Marcy, you get the sidekick if it is going to be in the lane with it, so you can trade really effectively. And also, if it's support, now we're going to go the other way. You see Solar Guardian coming down. You can actually pull the enemy heroes out of where the AoE is and fight them in a different area.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's a lot of really cool combos that can come. I really like Wind Ranger at the moment versus Dawn.
Yeah, actually, I don't mind it as a carry here just because I feel like, remember for a long time, like, Windrunner was the Viper mid
Exactly.
counter?
Yeah, right.
You just go like extra points in Windrun and he can never get multiple stacks of Q on you. It's such a low cooldown, like high uptime ability that you're pretty guaranteed to just not die to the Viper.
And as soon as you get 6, you just commit and he dies.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get
Especially
Javelin, you get sidekick, boom. Yeah, you can commit onto the Viper. So Windrunner's very flexible.
Also one of the few heroes that is very good at poking the fight, right? You can run in with Windrun, get the ult off, disengage when you see Solar Guardian, wait it out, then go back in with your ult still running on that hero.
That's
and
true.
look for the
In and
kill.
out, yeah.
So you can really punish it. I like the fact Goonsquad are picking up some easier stuns. Of course, DK, Windrunner, DK into puck. That instant Dragon Tail into follow-up damage will always be able to catch his hero off guard. They just need to pick up that follow-up damage now. You can't rely on Dawn or Viper to be that, haha, we caught them off guard style.
10 seconds remaining.
The mid DK too to just counter the puck. That seems to be, it's like tiny DK seem to be the only heroes that really do anything versus puck in the mid lane these days. Puck seems to kind of beat everything else. And even against these heroes, puck just pushes the wave and go against the side lane. And you're kind of fine.
Yeah. Goonsquad's approach into OG's often scaling style is by picking up cores that through levels alone will scale into these earlier fights. And if they win those fights, then they'll happily hit these grouping timing to take more. They just need to make sure that they can get out of lanes with it. This is a hero that is not doing well.
I do not like this hero.
Why is this hero not doing well? Why don't we like it?
You're still just a creep.
These
you got a big silence for the puck. Surely that's maybe why it's picked?
Yeah, it's just these BKBs just completely cripple you. And also, it's not fast damage. So we wanted something like, well, we were mentioning a DK stun into something that's killer. Static Storm takes some time, and there is ways to play around it. Marcy can even, once you get lens, you can actually dispose people out of that ult in a lot of situations, but it looks like they're trying to play for the numbers in a lot of situations. Dawnbreaker Solo Guardians in, someone else TPs from the enemy team, you glimpse them away. You can actually try to outnumber in those situations. I just think this hero does make your lanes a bit weak.
Yeah, it's all about momentum, right? You want to play on the fact that you're winning your lanes and moving forward in the map. Disruptor always wants to be chasing your opponents, so you're glimpsing them back into your damage. You just have a lot of AoE damage for Goonsquad. DK Shard, Viper Toxin, even Dawnbreaker, like heroes in area that they contain will allow Goonsquad to win the fights. It's just quicker games where they're running in and out, poking you non-stop. Disruptor feels very uncomfortable. You don't have that easier stun. If you ever waste Static Storm, it opens up the fight. It's a hit or miss hero. DPC wise though, in all regions, it's been played 12 times. Won, 6 of them. Like it's stats wise, it's looking healthy.
That's not bad.
Oh no, sorry, 8 of them. 8 wins, sorry. 12 wins. 12 losses.
Okay, so this I see.
That was jumbling my words there. 8 wins.
So it has a positive win rate.
Okay, positive win rate. Yeah,
Because I actually like the hero. I feel like the uptime on the ult is noticeable.
For sure.
It's very noticeable.
And the mana cost and every change for glimpse. The cooldowns, etc.
The way the game's played nowadays makes it feel. It can feel great. It can. Yeah.
I think it's better here because they have a DK stun to like instantly set up for the ult on one hero, like whether it's the puck or the jug. I mean, I think the jug's an excellent pick from OG because people are playing around like Maelstrom plus the spin these days. So there's going to be like spinning and then walking into the disruptor ult where you just don't give a shit that he puts that thing on the ground, right? Like either you're going to get the puck or you're going to get the jug, and you have to initiate on one of them. So it is asking a lot of Goonsquad. It's like you guys have to play this fight perfectly in order to win the fight. But I think with DK, to set up for the disruptor. It's easier to do that. It's not the hardest thing in the world.
I'm always super worried when I see Viper now. Viper almost feels locked into a 3 position, and I see Jug Marcy. This is going to be a 400 movement speed Jug spinning on a 270 move speed Viper in off lane.
Jug winner potentially. It could just be the simple, you step up, you get shot. Like, there's so much kill threat. I think for Goonsquad, they have nice synergies in killing one hero, DK +1. I'm just worried that let's say you killed Jug. Now how are you killing the puck with your toolkit? If you kill the puck,
You want some AoE coming out from them.
I mean,
some AoE stunner.
Well, I feel like right now that this Dawnbreaker, they're looking for Dawnbreaker carry setup. If they're banning Mars and Slardar, these are the two like melee carry deterrents that just are super obnoxious in lane. We've seen Amar just bully people on his Slardar too, especially when it's a melee carry. I'm glad they banned Slardar too, because Wind Ranger as well too. Just even a support Wind Ranger does damage with corrosive.
So we want a team fighting 4 for Goonsquad that is probably melee because you're laning with Viper. What about Earth Spirit?
I've been told it's not a great Earth Spirit patch though.
Silences can always be effective in a way versus the puck, even versus Marcy can be really annoying. But then you have Earth Spirit versus Jug, and you have Earth Spirit Viper versus Jug in a lane, which sounds like a free farm Jug lane.
Maybe
Also,
some Tusk?
OG is thinking differently. They ban out Faces Void. Monkey King could still be considered fighting 4 potentially, but they are thinking maybe Dawnbreaker is a 4.
Yeah, they can still put the Dawn as 4 and then get a different carry that looks better for the overall game.
Maybe like if you're looking for some AoE stunner guy and carry, like Sven. Some Aqua Sven in the house.
CK banned?
CK is not banned.
Is Spectre? If you just survive with the fight, you have pretty good high ground defense. I think you're Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Definitely good against the spin Jug build now, right? You have some hero running around really quickly. Magic immune with Marcy, W. You just rupture them.
They have decent lanes, of course. Like Dawn Viper should be somewhat potent. Disrupted Bloodseeker, again, potent. You have the Thunder Strike into Blood Rite. I'm just still a bit worried that if they don't get this like amazing tempo ball rolling, the lack of like fight that they can bring later on might become clear. They rely on like each hero having good games independently. Them grouping up together, there isn't this like beautiful timing where they all hit each other's items compared to OG. A lot of synergies for OG, of course, right? When you're on into Puck, Marcy Jug.
Yep. If OG picked Void Spirit, that's the only way where Amar is not playing a new hero, but the rest is... I don't think he's going to play that, by the way. But the rest is all banned out, so I'm thinking he's going to play new hero this tour.
I think so, too. And they're probably just asking him right now, what do you want to play versus Bloodseeker?
What do you want to play against Bloodseeker? I mean, do you want to have one of the beefy boys? Because Centaur, Underlord still in the pool.
Bring back the carry from the off lane. Bring back the CK. Exist in the lane, just life strike, have the Chaos Strike against the Disruptor. You just become another core.
He only plays beefy boys.
I know.
He generally plays beefy boys. I mean, he had a Void Spirit lane earlier this tour.
Honestly, if it wasn't
he was 4 position.
He was 4.
Oh,
yeah. It is
easy predict.
Yeah.
Carry from the off lane.
Carry from the offline.
Yeah, and he tanks and sustains through it all. And they don't have the best AoE damage on their draft at all.
This hero definitely feeds off of a disruptor. Like it is so easy to kill a disruptor with CK +1.
We're seeing the pos 5.
Yeah, they're taking a long time picking their hero. Oh, I do know that there's going to be a slight delay when because one of the players of OG crashed. So we have to wait for that to be up.
Is that pos for Juggernaut? Or is this a...
Yep.
Either that or they have to remake the lobby because of the crash.
Surely they're remaking the lobby.
I'm checking the pubs. Has Tiger played it? Okay, no.
This is crazy. Yeah, no, they're remaking.
I'm down for it.
Surely.
Why not? Uragi's played some carry win.
They're remaking.
It's got it. I was like, this doesn't...
I was really hoping for that.
because then it's like, this lane is so weird. Jug CK. Like, Wind Ranger CK makes a lot of sense.
Do you
Marcy Jug.
think Goonsquad were having the correct heroes? Limp was playing the Dawn.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember.
S4 on the DK.
No, things were all switched up.
I was praying for that. That would have been hype. Just some random.
It would have been random.
I've had some Jug supports.
I saw one of yours in your pub,
but it's usually random enjoyers.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
So
there was a time Lon M did it back on DK when
did he
there was.
Stealing Ward?
No, he max spin and watched phase boots.
When there were 40 heroes in the game.
No, there was 90 something.
I see. So
no, it was different times, of course. But
Okay,
He also was versus Tinker as well too, so he had healing one was really good. I actually remember the game specifically.
Yeah,
to confirm, Jug will be the carry most likely.
Yes.
And then obviously it'll be both between Marcy and Winona as the supports. Most likely you'd assume that it'd be
Marcy 5.
Marcy 5, Winona 4.
That's what I would imagine.
Misha
for the
already
lanes.
picked up Marcy before the disconnect happened.
I would prefer the Jug Marcy lane is just versus Viper. It's brutal.
I mean, both can play both,
Yeah.
so that doesn't matter too much.
Although, if you do, it was Viper. Was it Viper against them?
Viper against them.
You might want the Winona 5 just for the win run and poking.
I was gonna say, I do feel like Viper, if you get a lead against 2 melees, even if you've got some magic immune melee and some kill threat melee, like you can still dumpster that.
Okay.
Like if Marcy tosses you in and you already have like 2 or 3 stacks on her because you're like winning the lane, she just dies. Jug spin is down. You're at 200 HP. You turn on him too. Like I've seen that happen more often than not. These Viper lanes just seem to win.
Okay. I've seen this. I've seen the Visage or the Viper in this situation
it go the other way.
versus OG in particular. They like even when they had Enigma and Juggernaut, they killed the Visage. This was Jabs playing Visage, if you remember at the
The
major.
0-7,
0-6,
right?
0-7 in the lane. They go super aggro in lane with these two heroes, and they're just gonna play on the cooldown.
I hate to quote BSJ on something, but he said last night he was doing a pub or something, and he had a guy that was he was sniper, and he had a guy that was playing like 3 out of 10 aggressive, and he said that if you're a sniper and you have Marcy on your team, you want somebody that Marcy playing 10 out of 10 aggressive,
super aggressive.
And I think that's true in the case versus the Viper lane with Jug Marcy. You want Marcy to be 10 out of 10. If you're 8 out of 10 aggressive and you fall behind, you start taking stacks of Viper Q, like you can die. But if you're 10 out of 10 aggressive, every single time you have your abilities, you just press them on him. I think that's when you win the lane.
Yeah.
It's like if you have confidence in that lane, if you're the more aggressive one, you win. But people do struggle to find confidence versus a Viper. It is a scary hero.
You go level 1. Like
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
you jump on the Jug.
But it's OG,
Jug runs and
so-
spins 30% slow. Jug's moving literally twice your movement speed.
That's true.
It's tough to avoid. I really like the lane.
We
I'm a
asked the
Marcy fan.
question before the draft started, like set Aqua up for success. That was the main question. He's going to play Bloodseeker. He's going to have a Disruptor on his lane. He is most likely laning against a CK Windranger lane. Is he set up for success?
I think it's not the easiest passage to owning the game. There are moments where Bloodseekers can't. They're like their team soaks up all the fight, and then this BKB Shard Maelstrom start running in and out, cleaning up. But my fear is I don't know if they have enough damage to actually put people low enough to give Bloodseeker that wow. It's more on the DK Disruptor pairing together early on, breaking down the map, and then opening up. I favor OG's draft in this lineup. I struggle to see Goonsquad getting that wave and riding it throughout the entire time. Like you have CK in one lane and Jug in the other. Bloodseeker can't outscale both of them at the same time, right?
I think there's going to be a lot riding on the other side lane, like the Viper versus Marcy matchup. I think that's going to determine a lot of the pace of the game.
Ooh, can we max this screen out so we know who's playing
yeah.
what? I want to see it.
Didn't bring my glasses.
I want to see it.
Baby, yeah, let's
I can't
do this.
see it.
I can just stand up and narrate
Make
it.
this a big
Make
boy
this big
screen.
No,
It's coming.
Shall I? Is it coming?
No, yeah, but like pressing buttons.
Oh,
There we go. There it is. And we get to see the small little guy too. Oh, it's
So,
gone.
It's the lanes we thought.
yeah, lanes we thought. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Well, that's sad, but it does mean that maybe it's going to be a solid game. We're hoping for a solid game. I'm sure that the two commentators are hoping for a solid game. We're heading over to OD Pixel and Milan.
Thank you, Stephen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OG versus Goonsquad. We're just about ready to go. Again, apologies for the delays. We're just remaking the lobbies, but everybody's loading in now, so the action should start soon. Milan, welcome to the cast. Should be a fun one. We've just had the drafts. What are your initial sort of feelings on this one? Anything sort of standing out as particularly strong? Anything you're a bit concerned about?
I'm a bit concerned about Charlie's lane. I feel like Disruptor and Bloodseeker, they're the heroes that want to get ahead. And they wanna they wanna have a good start. CK and the Windranger, and especially Amar, who is like known for his laning presence, can make it really hard for them.
Надо было брать Pajama speak.
No, for sure. And so, sort of outside that as well, when you look towards the other parts, do you think is there anything in particular that OG is going to be very happy they got? I mean, and for Goonsquad as well. Which hero here has the best potential to pop off?
I think they're the most happy with like the Juggernaut. I feel like they have their hard carry in a good matchup that is going to have a good lane. He should have a good lane. And there's a potential of a high snowball for OG. And they mostly focused on countering Puck from the Goonsquad, but when you're countering rank 1 player, it can go like not bad for him,
No,
if you know what I mean.
For sure, yeah. He's seen it all before. You know, you can definitely imagine that. You know, when BZM's on his puck, he's not afraid of whatever you throw at him. So it could be very tricky to deal with. We'll see a bit of action here, maybe. Goonsquad walking into OG. See Tiger and Misha, they won't want to head up here into the high ground. They'll hold the position in the river. I'll get the ward down, Goonsquad. So if they still want to try and make a move here, Goonsquad, as they'll look to lead in. Tiger will pop the wind run. Also get the speed boost from Misha, so the two of them will be able to get out of there. And just get the 2 for 2 on those bounty runes. And so, sort of overall as well, what would you sort of imagine the bigger picture looks like in terms of strategy and plan for this game from both sides? I mean, is sort of the earlier portion more important for one of the two drafts here?
The early game is definitely there is a pressure on the Goonsquad. They pick the heroes that, as we mentioned already, need to get off a good start. And OG responded with the heroes that can do well in the lane and also have good matchup in game. Like the BKB, like they have the Healy board and like the sustain from CK that Goonsquad will struggle with damage, go through it. And we already see in the lane, like Aqua is like, they're trying to put 3 heroes bottom to set Viper for a good start, because this is a kind of hard lane for him, but Aqua is already suffering because of that.
No, for sure, yeah. Pexu, after an initial bit of an attempt to get some action going, he'll quickly head up to the top to be at Aqua's side. Make sure that he can alleviate some of the pressure that Tiger and Amar will be putting on up here. So you can see bottom as well. Misha trying to step up through the aggression onto S4. Going to take quite a bit of damage here, Hansken. Trying to chase, but Yuragi just pushing forward. He's got the Blade Fury. See if he's got enough damage to take S4 down. He does. That's going to be first blood for Yuragi. See if he's able to juke this out as well, around the trees.
There's going to be a rebound for the movers.
And indeed, that's going to be able to allow Yuragi to get out at the range of that Celestial Hammer that Hansken throws down. So some nice evasive maneuvers from OG after picking up the first blood down there.
It's really nice to see Yuragi understanding completely his hero, like waiting with a spin. Oh, there's going to be this pose on the tower, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. I was saying how he used his spin on the last second. It was actually a perfect gameplay.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yuragi pushing the hero to the limits, and it's a great success they're getting that first blood. See top play. So whose support game sort of easier to play in this lane position?
I think the Bloodseeker and both CK can help on the side, as you see. So it depends most on the core heroes, who is willing more to leave the creeps behind and just help on the side. Or we see a healing warlord too. I think this is like one build that sometimes people skip, but it's really hard to pressure the healing warjug, especially with the first blood he just got.
Absolutely, yeah. It sort of makes the job of the Viper much harder in terms of how much S4 wants to be able to try and shut down and slow down Yuragi's early game. We're checking out the CS at the moment. Yuragi may have got the first blood, but he is struggling to farm right now. Only 3 last hits here in this safe lane, so still that slow start being forced upon him by the harassment from S4's Viper.
And the Pexu start also really like gave a bit of an edge on the start. We see Amar trying to help on the side. The top lane is really going to be on which core hero helps on the side. It's going to decide it. Because both Windranger and Disruptor can set up. And we see in mid lane. Like, I feel like not real pack players, like really comfortable pack players don't really mind this matchup. Like, okay, go top.
So if they can catch it. Chaos Spot, hold back Aqua. Pexu. He needs a couple more. He's got that vision with the setup from that Bloodseeker. And that passive on the low heroes. Amar, he's done again in a second, but not quite enough to threaten Pexu. So nice bit of an opening there from Goonsquad. Gets themselves a kill top. Yeah, the mid lane matchup, being kept perfectly even here. 17 for 3 against 17 for 3.
I love the action from the start. Both teams are trying to find the edge, understanding how important for this game the laning stages. I was talking how usually DKs get too tanky for puck early, but in the lane, if you play super aggressive, you can even have a ledge in the lane. As you see, there's another go bottom on the Hansken. There's a healing ward and a spin, so there's not going to be much out of it after. So, and later in the game, if he rushes the Witchblade, he actually solves the damage problem. And there's just like how fast on fingers you are when he tries to catch you.
Yeah, already we saw sort of in the matchup just how much damage BZM was doing. Keeping Limp right on his toes.
Jaggy is very low on CS. Surprisingly, I would say. But he did get the first blood. I don't know how many creeps is the first blood, but it should be like the net worth. Yeah, it's only 150 net worth behind. It is. Pops the healing ward, also helps support real. Juggernaut actually getting a Basilius is very interesting. So he's like a Vulcan Fountain.
See Tiger and Amar, and they're going to go for the kill. Same to be said down bottom. Uragi's in with the Blade Fury, and again he'll be able to take down S4. Also be able to keep his distance from Hansken, and back up top, Amar, he'll get the kill on Pexu. Once again on that bottom lane, Uragi really making the best out of a rough lane when it comes to CS. 2 times now where he's just perfectly seized the opportunity to go for a kill, and then he ends up dying, actually. I don't know what happened there. We might be able to get that replay on that one. He was sitting very low. Hansken was just able to snipe him, I think. So Uragi, after knowing the limits, getting caught a bit by surprise there by Hansken.
We should, if we can, watch the replay, but he was so low on both HP and mana that sometimes you want to die just for a refresh.
Okay.
It's better than sitting on the tower.
Yeah, well, we'll see if we get the replay, see how that looked.
There's a first dragon Knight ulti. I think he's gonna look to pressure the tower. Like if Misha dies here, which he probably will, the DK needs to be very careful. S4 is gonna die. This is a huge trade. Not only they trade core for support, they also have now this TP on mid lane from Marcy in 10 seconds, which can break the game.
I'll see the 6-minute power rune contest here between OG and Goonsquad. Who's going to be able to grab that one? Yeah, but that was 3 times now in that bottom lane. Yeah, well, that's a nice one here. BZM better be cautious.
There's going to become a riffle, or this could be so dangerous for Limp. Oh, so close.
Oh, get the rebound. Do they have enough damage, though? It's kind of risky here against Limp with the Dragon Form of the DD.
The level 3 armor is so tanky. They had a chance to put him on the tower, so he aggroed the tower, but it was just a bit too slow. It was too many things at the same time. Refilling the bottle, trying to get this pose right.
Yeah, well, here we go. Oh. Here we go.
That was 10 seconds after this.
Yeah, this was...
He's 1 HP, 1 mana, basically.
So we can only imagine...
And he's giving the move speed to Bloodseeker as well. Like, so much speed to Bloodseeker. So he probably just suicided, literally.
No, there's definitely a high chance of that, yeah. Amar was probably calling for it for the top lane. It was like, Uragi, can you just...
S4 in trouble again?
It's going to be a 4th time?
He's S4 after all.
That's true. That is true, but 4 deaths there from S4. But back up top, Amar going to go for the kill on Aqua. See Tiger holding his position. Pexu trying to finish up the kill. He needs that final right click. It will do the job, but Amar will get glimpsed back. Oh, it actually glimpsed back the illusion, I think. So Amar, with the real hero, is able to just run him down and still get the kill on Pexu.
This is what OG New Squad is known for. Like, both supports playing very sacrificial and like enabling the cores. The supports are dying, but cores are getting good trades. And they're gonna have a good time, especially Amar. They like see him off a very good start. And it's only gonna get harder for Bloodseeker.
Now, bottom lane, they've got to be careful now. Uragi, he's hit the 6.
I love his build. Double circle, Bazi. He and now finishing the one. Like his inventory looks beautiful when you look at it.
Oh, he's certainly made sure that he's always had the mana to go and whilst he's had slow
he's
CS.
playing for the rune. He's gonna try to help the rune, or it's gonna be a haste for lane.
I mean, they've got the speed boost to try and chase down Hansken. The setup with the dispose, and he'll be able to break his way out of the Omni Slash, but the Dream Coil's there to trap him down. Hansken will force. If he can set up any kills in return, Misha getting low, Limp with the Dragon Form, finishes him off.
Does he see him? Not yet.
He is speedy.
One more hit for Bloodseeker.
He's trying to hide, but indeed Limp. And he'll be able to find him. He's got another orb. He's got him. Limp, good clean up there with the Dragon Form, making sure that Oki get punished for that dive.
I think you're completely wrong. And
I mean, the Limp is getting off a really good start. He gets 60-minute DD into 8-minute haste. I don't think it gets better than that. But he is again playing with S4 on team. S4 is very known for the haste and DDs.
When it comes to runes, whether it's S4 or his teammates, S4 is channeling that power rune RNG towards him. H is having a high action here in the early game. Back down bottom, it's going to continue. With the setup, you're arguing with the Blade Fury. He's going to stand his ground against S4. See Hansken offering up the heal, and this time around, Juragi wasn't quite able to finish up the job. So he'll opt for the TP out, and he'll make it out just in time there. Nearly able to bring him down.
The Dawnbreaker 6 making the difference. Hanske is also having a really good game. Like, it made so much difference staying healthy for so long. Oh, they're trying for the CK. CK is very tanky, 20 sticks, but there's help coming from Wind Ranger, but not much more. So he might still die. Let's see, he pops ulti.
Tiger's presence, great shackle there onto Aqua. Stun as well onto Limp, and he'll go for the TP out. He knows there's nothing else to threaten him, so back over towards the safety at the base.
Very calm from Amar. Like just observing the situation and just understanding it's free to TP.
Yuragi, no surprises now with his next time. I'll be going back for Maelstrom as standard. We'll see 10-minute power rune this time round. Will be down the bottom, and that's a nice one as well. Getting the arcane rune for Limp will be very nice for his next round of Dragonfall.
It really doesn't get much better than that. They also got the tower. I'm not sure if it was denied, but now CK is... Yeah, it's denied, but still, like, CK is free to do whatever he wants. Not sure how close he is to the blink. He is 1,500 gold. So, 2 minutes, maybe less. He's gonna be ready to make all the moves he wants.
Actually gonna see a smoke up from OG with the combo.
The Witchblade is ready. No boots, this is what I'm saying. So he feels pressure, he needs more damage. So he even skips the boots. So he has this damage on time. But he's... Oh, they don't see that.
Can they kill Limp?
With 3, I think yes. Depends on the help. Dawnbreaker ult is not ready yet. I'm not sure the cooldown.
We see Pexu turn up to help out. Misha tries with the dispose. But he's going to fall. Static Storm's there, but Yuragi's already in with the Blade Fury. And then on top of Limp, Limp will fall. Yuragi turning up in time to get the kill. He gets glimpsed back. The Omni Slash is at the ready. Jumps straight in onto Aqua and Pexu. He's incredibly low though and will die for this. Yuragi goes down. Aqua and Hansken looking towards BZM. Will jump out with the orb. He'll bail out of there. They get Limp, but it does come at the cost of 2 heroes, and one of them, of course, being Yuragi dying in that.
And Limp used the Dragon form, but with the Arcane Rune, so that one they have going for them. Also Dawnbreaker Explosive Ulti. I think it was a good idea. It was just very close.
See him try and put the pressure on bottom now, Goonsquad. Misha setting up from the side. No backup coming in for now. Looks like they should just let this tier 1 go. More money here for S4 and Pexu. Misha's got to be a bit careful himself, as they will spot him out. Poison starting to stack up. This is going to be a freebie for them down bottom. They get a tower, they get a kill. Goonsquad starting to get ahead in the kills. 13 to 8. A solid start here against OG.
Yeah, and they got through the, like, I think, hardest part of, like, early game. Now it's going to be another challenge to hit the moves with the DK. Because there's a difference, like, they fight in front of the tier 1, so they could bring all. Now when they smoke, there's another smoke from Wind Ranger Puck. They really feel their timing. This Puck says, I'm super strong. I'm level 10. I have Witchblade. Let's go punish this Bloodseeker. Dawnbreaker ult is not ready.
Aqua's being careful and a heads up straight away.
Spider senses from Aqua.
TP's out of that top area. Knows that OG's going to be looking for a play like that. So again, another move where OG not quite finding what they would hope for with these smokes. Goonsquad now look to try and get the jump themselves. Blink daggers out. Limp, he's ready to go. And they'll have the backup of Pexu with the Static Storm. So a huge amount of lockdown essentially between the Dragon Tail and the
Dawnbreaker ulti in 10, so they have bonus damage. I think whoever they find, they probably kill.
Yuragi would be the big one.
Oh, they have vision. It's
Here we go. Dragon Tail.
They don't even need Dawnbreaker ulti. Maybe, yeah.
They'll throw it in just for good measure.
They needed it. But
yeah, might have actually got it out of the kinetic field in time. So
S4 was closing in with ulti. It slows through BKB, I mean through the spin, and also does damage. So it was fine. But anyway, better safe than sorry. Especially when they're killing a Yuragi.
Yeah. You want to shut him down as much as you can. He's been having a decent game in terms of kills. Still quite behind in the TS. They're struggling to find places to farm. See around the mid as well. Hansken starting to push in. They're really getting in onto OG's half of the map. See how much they're able to continue to pressure this. OG, they'll still want to look for the fight themselves. Coil at the ready on BZM. He's going for the Blink Dagger next himself. 1200 in on it.
The thing with the lineup that Goonsquad said, they need to hit the moves, but they also need to like play well when they don't have the spells. Like they need to keep scaling so they can fight OG later. There's another smoke for OG, I think the third one. They're gonna find the Disruptor, but maybe the Hanske will pay the price. It's pretty tanky.
He's got the hammer out. Oh, not quite able to bring himself down into the river, though. So will mean that OG can finish him off, but at the same time, Amar over in the river, he'll be able to catch out S4. So those 2 kills, OG, I can look to put some pressure onto the tier 1 mid.
It's a really rough Viper game. It's all 3 cores bring bad matchups to him, but they did first pick overall Viper. So it's no surprise he has all the bad matchups.
I mean, can they try and jump anything here? If you're Goonsquad?
Disruptor ulti is coming up.
Okay.
Dawnbreaker ulti is 30 seconds away. And the DK ulti is 70 seconds. They need the level 2 DK ulti. It's only a few creeps away. And then they will go for another smoke. They need to identify where they can do the move, which will lead into an objective after they hit it. Like the downtime while they kill a hero, while example Puck is dead. They either need to pressure a tower or be close to a rush. Their Lush lineup is kind of weird. They have a Viper, Poison, they have Bloodseeker hitting it. I would not say it's the best, but they could still do it if they win a team fight.
There we go, they're going to look for that right now, Goonsquad.
Smoke 4 people. It's such a big commitment.
I mean, Amar would be a big kill. He's top net worth right now. I'm going to try for it. Straight in with the stun, Static Storm to follow. TPs are coming in. And Amar, he cannot live through this amount of damage. They take him down. OG, what do they want to do in return? BZM's in with the 2-man silence. The Gale Force blowing them to the side. Uragi jumps in with the Omni Slash to take out Pexa to the side. And now he's ready to swing over to pick up more. He's on top of Limp. Limp will fall. Double kill for Uragi. Aqua, see if he's got any place to play in this fight. So looking at options to keep this going. I say it was S4. It's caught in the front of it. Jump forward, and Uragi, he's ready to continue to push on onto S4 despite being ruptured. It doesn't matter. He can close the gap, take him down. It's going to be a 3rd kill for Uragi. A huge fight for him.
This is the biggest strength of OG. Like, if you kill Amar, there's Uragi and BZM waiting for you, and vice versa. If you kill Uragi, there's Amar waiting for you. So kind of you're picking your poison, and they're always really ready to react, and especially if they go so deep. I think in essence, it's right move from Goonsquad, but it just needs to be perfectly executed to not be punished. Because it takes so long to kill this guy.
Was there a point in this fight where Goonsquad could have maybe backed out, or do you think they were sort of stuck in it after killing?
It's very hard. They have multiple ways to look at this shard from Windranger. It's so hard to run away from this, and they're just using their spells perfectly. They're one of the best teams in the world at executing the fights.
Yeah, and the fact that Uragi being the one to pick up the big kills out of this, he's going to be very happy again. Really showing, he's an absolute killer in this game, Uragi. Always finding the big kills when it counts. He's going to be on the way towards the Manta Star next after the Maelstrom. And Goonsquad, big smiles there you can see over on the side of OG.
Puck is having game of his life. And second pick Puck against all these so-called counters. You're gonna see Complex, you just illusions and Taiga.
They're feeling themselves now, OG tipping each other.
Now already they can feel that game is getting out of Goonsquad hands. They can feel one more fight and it's gonna be real tough for the Goonsquad to keep up.
Yeah, and now top. OG, they're ready to just go. They're going to lead him with the Dream Car. They'll turn the attention towards S4. He has got backup. So it might be a bit trickier of a kill than they planned. And indeed, Goonsquad turn up and they take down Misha. The rest of OG, they had to back off, but the stun's there from Limp. He's going to Omni Slash over towards the small camp, back in on towards them. S4 getting brought low. BZM is going to jump back in to help out. Comes in with a 4-man silence to try and keep Uragi safe. He's got the Blade Fury, healing ward out as well, but Aqua's got the damage to punch through it, take him down. Static Storm catches onto BZM. Goonsquad, they'll get the cleanup.
600 gold for the pack.
You're completely wrong.
I love the Goonsquad fighting back there. I think they cannot afford.
I mean, look at this.
There's going to be more.
They say, you know what, we're ready to go 2 versus 4. Amar turns up, walks in, takes out Aqua. See if they can really get away with this, OG, as they've turned up to fight. He's going to get Pexa as well. Okay, double kill for Amar. You know what, I think he might try for more. He's going to get the Starbreaker coming in on him. Can he really survive through this? Amar backup's there. He's going to try and take down Hansken. I mean, he'll die, but he does set up for another kill to be there. See, Goonsquad, they really don't want to let OG get away with this. They'll find Misha. But Amar there showing no fear. Just goes in, he's ready to fight, and he dies, but he's able to get a few kills off the back of it.
Lovely Dota game. There's so much fighting. 40 kills in 90 minutes. Both teams are playing out of their mind, I would say. like Goonsquad understanding they cannot get picked apart. Like they understand what is the other option besides fighting back. There is no, we cannot farm them out. If they bring fight to us, we need to take it. Amar had a good shot. I'm not sure if he got like 1 or 2 crits when he was fighting for his life. Armor Toggle sidekick was coming in from Marcy. Like it could be very good for
We'll see it here
OG.
again. This point, you know, Amar and Tiger, they're like, oh, the rest are dead. Let's go. Let's get in. Let's go. And Amar, at the start, they're off the back of Tiger getting that shackle shot, deleting Aqua from the team fight. And at this point, actually, he's like, well, you're going to glimpse me back? All right, I'll have you. Turns towards Pexi, gets him out as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
See, back in action. They're pretty much dead even on the net worth. Just see, you know, even though Aqua got taken out towards the end by Amar, things will definitely be a little bit different with the BKB, at least until that Rift Piercing at Spell Immune talent comes online. Should have a bit more freedom to run through the fights.
He needs to be aware of like a level 2 Jag ulti with the Psychic.
Yeah.
Level 1 Psychic for now. I'm sure now he got level 2, maybe he gets the Tome 2. So he's gonna get up on that. Sidekick plus Omni Slash is a very scary combo.
And this is a great game for this as well. Do you like the Hanscam rushing the Ags this time, you know, against what the CK and the Jog?
Yeah, it's a cool build. It's for support, Dawnbreaker, it's usually like whole Locket or rushing the Ags. Depends on your start. But I really do like the Ags rush. It's 20 minutes in, he has her Ags now. It completely changes the dynamic of fights. Let's see if they can use it. OG still has some magic damage. Not too much, though.
See what Goonsquad can find as they're ready to go. BKB's done on Aqua.
Really good timing for Goonsquad. Let's see if they can get right initiation.
Radiant's
OG.
middle tower is under attack.
Carefully holding themselves behind the tower.
Dire are scanning.
See if they're willing to show themselves. They're bringing more in. OG want to try and take the fight. Immediate jump from Tiger in, but the reaction's there from Limp. Silence down onto the two of them. Uragi's got to get out with the Blade Fury. They'll trap Misha, take him out straight over towards Uragi. He'll be able to try and get the ult up, but it's going to do barely any damage here to them as he dies immediately as he comes to an end. They're ready to try and go for more. It's a 3-man coil from BZM to attempt to hold back Goonsquad, but the chase will continue as the coil comes to an end. Amar pulls in Pexu, but he's been surrounded by the 4 of them. Double kill for Aqua. As BZM, he's got to be careful. Get the glimpse, time it with the orb, so he's still able to pull himself away from the fight. Limp's hot on the chase, but the blink down to the side should keep BZM safe for now. Big fight for Goonsquad. They get in, they take out 4 heroes, they don't lose anyone themselves.
I think the Dawnbreaker ulti caught OG by surprise. They really had no answer to it so far.
See Limp still chasing, but with the movement speed buff offered up by Misha, they won't be able to catch BZM. But a huge fight for Goonsquad. Now stepping up ahead, 3k lead, 25 to 19. They're making some really good calls.
I feel like Goonsquads are playing their hearts out right now. They're really feeling themselves, really feeling their moment.
And we'll see it again here off the back of the replay. Yeah, they try and make the move, but Goonsquad, they just crawl out of the trees, ready to pounce back. And see at this point as well, Uragi gets broken and then goes for the ultimate, but no crits and no damage really affected through the BKB. That Maelstrom proc's not doing much at all, of course, there. Damage was not found from OG's team fight.
They have Viper, BKB, Bloodseeker, BKB, and down ulti on top of that. These heroes are invulnerable, literally, for 6 seconds.
OG's definitely going to have to go a different way around the next fights that they find themselves in. Because at the moment, Goonsquad definitely showing that they have the answers, they have the tools to deal with them. The game definitely setting out to be a little more complex than you imagine OG planned for here. See Limp, BKB is going to be ready for him. And the next fight, the Shard on Hanskin as well, so he'll have that protection. And he's going for the Starbreaker.
BKB on CK. He disassembled Echo Saber. I mean, I'm trying to look what OG can do to set this off. Like, they need to poke the Dawnbreaker ulti on one guy and then reset the fight.
Yeah.
And then fight again. Or find the Dawnbreaker. The other thing is very hard. If Hansel plays well, like, it's almost impossible. So, also happy finishing this Lincolns. on the puck. So now he can be this poking monster, not afraid of being caught. But that being said, I think we could see Dawnbreaker get the blink, because that could be an instant stun for Puck. You can blink during the cast of Starbreaker if you blink the direction you're facing.
There with the bash on Aqua. Here's going to be quite the nightmare for the cause of OG. Uragi or BZM are ever trying to bail out. He's on top of them with a good bash. Could cause issues. And no longer Uragi can rely on the ability to Blade Fury TP out. I mean, top lane Limp's hunting for him.
Uragi has to play this way. There is no, he needs to get this hard farm. Nobody else. Oh, we see a hands can kill. No, they could look to do something else. But the thing is, no, he's there for 44 seconds, right? But how do you know he doesn't buy back an ulti the moment they start fighting?
Yeah, that's true, actually. Especially as a support Dawn, you know, if he has the money, he's going to be more than happy to spend it in an ult in. So that is true. Not necessarily a free bit of play here for OG, whilst that's in the back of their minds.
Real test for Goonsquad. I feel like at this moment they're in the driving seat. This game is theirs to win, and it's real test if they can complete this game. The win probability is 50-50, but I would say it's much easier for Goonsquad right this moment to win fights. They're baiting mid, but there's a drawing from Misha, I think, on Marcy, circled all 4 heroes.
Goonsquad, they'll clear the wave out mid, and they'll smoke up.
Do they go for a kill or they force the rush? Nice forward.
They're going to start the rush. Now, do you imagine, is OG going to be aware of this? Will they sense this is going on?
They should. They should. They're missing for 20 to 30 seconds already, but they're in no position to contest it. It's going too fast. I thought their rush was okay, but this is much faster than I expected. Only took them 12 to 13 seconds to clear it.
Yeah.
The Viper Q is too strong.
I think
they're going to TP.
They could get a kill out of this Limp. It's going to find Tiger. They get the Roche, they get the kill, and they also continue to remain split up. I mean, the other 3 members of Goonsquad might still be able to make a move top. As Peksu, in with the Glimmer, tried the Static Storm, but the Sentry was down, so Uragi was able to rely on the Blade Fury TP out, and Aqua didn't get the bash.
Thanks for kind and nice words.
He had the bash, right? Yeah, he did.
He did.
He just had, was that 3 hits where he didn't get it? Maybe even 4. Bit unlucky there for Aqua.
Oh,
he's even dropping a smiley face, yeah. I think he had, was it 4 hits in there?
It's all memes and games. It's nice to see.
No bash this time round.
Very fast plays from Goonsquad right after the rush. They go for pickoffs on both sides. They get unlucky with the bash, but they can feel. We have the Aegis. We have the BKB basher. We can drop the ulti for a support kill. It's no problem. Let's see.
Let's see. How many again? This reaction from Uragi. You know, he was ready. You saw Peksu sneaking in, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh. The 5th one was the best.
Wait, did he get... Wait, he didn't bash him on the 4th, but he TP'd out, did he? Maybe I missed all that.
There's a potential he bashes him in the same frame.
I think he might. I thought I saw, but I don't know.
So he's bashing the base.
Yeah, I think that might have happened. Yeah, either way, not able to stop him from getting out. Are we going to get to see it again? Was there a stun thing over Uragi's head at the very last moment when he TP's out? And what's the top of his head? What's the top of his head? This... Oh, no, he didn't. No, never mind. Never mind. There was nothing. He just didn't get anything. Unlucky on 4 hits. Back in action. MKB now done on S4. He's ready to turn up with the big items, with the big right clicks. Oh, and they're going to get the jump on Amar. Just going to have to put the PKB and TP out. Not got a place to be here. Again, OG just having to play on the back foot. Goonsquad starting to take over the map. OG's got to play super defensive.
They need to, they're making, they're still farming. They need to BKB TP or spin TP, but they're still keeping in the network against the Aegis. It feels like they still don't even themselves know the solution to this Dawnbreaker, but it's important they keep the network up while they maybe find one, or at least while the Aegis expires. And for that, they need to take risks like these.
Look at this. Goonsquad's going to be ready to try and push OG back to the base. They're going to make sure that they're pushing the high ground here with the Aegis still on Aqua for 2 more minutes.
Goonsquad had enough. The glyph is up. They're still not bringing heroes. Seeker doesn't even have a TP. he might look to backstab them. I think that's one way to start a fight. Like if you remove the Pexu instantly, or you force Downbreaker ulti on Pexu, like it could be a really good fight for OG.
So Tiger, nice shackle into the Gale Force, blowing the two of them back. See straight away, Lim pots the BKB, turns towards Tiger, they'll take him down. And we have to keep this push going. The next creep wave coming in, backdoor protection is removed once more.
Yes, buyback on Wind Ranger, but while this pact is up, they really have no damage. Okay, they're gonna respect them, they're gonna back off. The Dragon form is down, I think, yeah. It's up in 15 seconds, but they don't really have a push without it. And they did their mission. Their mission was to bring everyone back in base and not farm. They were like, you guys are like moving us around the map, tipping out, we're done with it. We're gonna force you back.
CS4 almost looks like he's trying to bait something here. OG won't fall for it. I mean, S4 is going to continue to get out the big item, so he's got the Satanic queued up next after the MKB. Very much both off laners this game, trying to be the additional carry with their builds, Amar and S4. And a very similar net worth.
50 seconds on the Aegis. They're gonna try to use it for get one more tower, and S4, like, he has no worry in his life. Like, he knows whatever happens. Down ult is coming down, Raid Pack is coming down, and he's gonna get his BKB off. Most likely.
Continues to get these objectives very nicely. Goonsquad. OG, how they're doing towards their next time. Zamar is going to be going for that Bloodthorn. Of course, there's the Lincolns into Basher on Yuragi. Yuragi very much feeling that Lincoln's necessary against that setup and catch that they do have, especially from that Dragon Tail of
Oh, Dragon Knight just finished the Halberd. Like, it's almost instant cancel of the Lincoln into a stun. It can be a really huge timing. But at the same time, they're losing the Aegis, so they'll probably be like, oh, let's spend the gold on Bloodseeker, he has 3,000 gold. I'm curious what he's gonna go next. Seeing the enemy heroes.
Is under attack.
Might finish Mjolnir. Because Mjolnir is like pseudo MKB. The procs make you proc the wind run or the evasion. So he might just go that, it's nice attack speed. What else? Not entirely sure.
No, I mean, looks like bang on. He's got the recipe coming out, the Hyperstone on the way, so indeed, looking for the Mjolnir.
It's also really good against the CK. Let's see how Goonsquad approaches. Do they have any more smokes left? We cannot really check.
I mean, even though Goonsquad have the lead, are they sort of under pressure to sort of really push towards the base and try and close this up sooner or later? Like, if the game goes on, OG can hold. Does their sort of potential to turn things around increase with their hero pool?
Not at this moment. Like, they're really scaling nicely. Yeah. With both DK and the Viper is not becoming a creep. Like, he's buying like a scaling items, like damage items, and I think the Dawnbreaker, he has packed. There's gonna be a performance. They feel they're super strong. Yeah, they're out of this world. So they just need to get a good opening. And with the Halberd, they just might.
See if they can get the catch here. Hiding in the trees. I mean, OG again playing very, very careful. Lim, he's ready to jump. He's gonna find Misha. Take him out. Yuragi, he'll get himself out of there as soon as possible with the Blade Fury TP. They've got the creep wave coming in though. Goonsquad will be able to take down this final tier 2 away from OG, so continuing to heavily limit the area of the map that OG is going to feel safe in. All outer towers taken. So if they do want to go for more, a minute until potential Roshan.
They might just wait for Rosh, they might wait for the information on the side lanes. Like, if OG is not in the base, they might try to force them. But I think they're pretty like content with just waiting the next rush. It's the shard rush. I don't know if Bloodseeker already picked up his, he did. DK picked up his. So maybe for Viper or Dawnbreaker. With the shard on Viper, they could look to, they're gonna look for more kills.
Straight in with the opening. See if there's any help for him, there won't be. He is dead far too quick here against the damage of the 3 cores. Goonsquad in a perfect position to try and maybe push for more, even though they don't have the Roshan yet. They're feeling that good about themselves. They may be able to force out the buyback from Amar.
Dawnbreaker is missing. Dawnbreaker is missing. There is no fighting while this guy is missing or not. There's going to be another jump.
Yeah, Lim's straight to the base. Ready to try and set up onto Tiger. Glimpse actually kind of taken him outside. Pexa will apologize for that one. And here's the push. The space is being made. The fortification has to come out from OG.
They're pinging the pack, like, they understand with the pack down and not being able to kill it, they really don't have damage to go to these tanky heroes with BKBs. But they're gonna try.
They're gonna try and set things up. And with the setup, Aqua is gonna be able to put the BKB, Solar Guardian as well, healing him up for now. He's gonna opt to TP out of it. They're going to bail out. Amar brought back. They want to try and cut their losses. They don't want to lose anything else. Hansken, he'll be the one left behind, but everybody else gets out. Again, Goonsquad with some really nice top stuff here. You know, they take the melee racks, they force the Amar buyback, and then they get everybody out apart from Hansken.
OG needs to beeline to the rush pit right now and hope it's up and force another fight while the down is down and no Solar Guardian. Down is down. Nice. They see the Arcane Rune, this is the perfect time. They need to check the rush. If they go right now, they'll see it's up and they just force. And this is their moment.
I mean, can Goonsquad do anything 4v5? Will they try and do anything 4v5?
It's hard to tell. Like, this is a game-breaking decision. This is what separates the good teams from the great teams. Like, do you let this off? Do you think you can, this Aegis doesn't matter or not? Do you risk your whole game? But this is the really game breaker moment. It seems they're gonna give it for free. They're probably like very scared.
There we go. Aegis and Shard, good to go. I'll take that as OG already in position to maybe try and find a fight. Still with that remaining 20 seconds where there's no Hansken.
OG smells the blood. Oh my god.
Beautiful shackle there, Tiger. He's in and he's able to catch them, but S4 disposed to the side. Jiragi's in on top of them with a Blade Fury. S4 will fall. They're just all dying. OG, they jumped them around the tier 2. And, you know, moments ago, Goonsquad, they were able to push the base. It looked like a decent setup. They get the melee racks, they force the Amar buyback. But then just like that, OG, straight to Roche. They get the Aegis, they get the Shard, straight to mid. They just delete 3 heroes, and now they're the team that's pushing up to the high ground. I mean, this is sort of the reason why we see OG just do so well in these situations where it looks like it's starting to get rough to them. I mean, you know, joke's on us. That was the point where OG, they're trying to force the game here.
What a beast, OG. And only thing scarier than that is the beast that smells the blood, and they are smelling it
I mean,
right
they're
now.
going for the game. Dreamcore, Gale Force, they're pushing them back towards the base. S4, no buyback for 30 seconds.
There's Aegis on Amar. There's no glyph. Healing ward in 2 seconds. There's a healing ward.
I mean, they've taken the tier 4. BZM continues to play around with them. Jumping around by the Ancient. They'll settle for the mid set of racks. We'll see if they want to stick around for more. But just like that, melee racks and range racks gone in the mid. 6k lead. They forced out 2 buybacks, one of them being the big one from Aqua.
And they saved the Aegis.
OG. Yeah, they've still got it to go. 3 more minutes to play with that one.
Look, 3k gold for the... Oh my god, what a shackle. And then the perfect dispose.
Yeah, and Yuragi prepping there by immediately using the Blade Fury, making sure that no Static Storm is going to be causing any problems for him.
Goonsquad really got caught there, pants down.
That was
and Taiga is just smiling about the shackle.
I mean, that was just...
He deserves it.
Yeah. 8k lead now. And for a game where, you know, as I said, Goonsquad getting that bottom rack, up until that point, I think Goonsquad will have been feeling pretty good about themselves. But they just got shaken up big time, OG style.
Radiant.
You cannot let your guard down against OG, not even for a second, and we're being reminded here. It works well for them, the rush was founding, but after the rush, 20 seconds to Dawnbreaker, they needed their guard up. They let it down for a second, and OG was bam.
Look at that, the game state pretty much flipped on its head. Got down to sort of a 60, well, I think it was 37%. OG, and now it's up to an 83% OG off the back of those last couple of minutes. And they're ready to go again, OG. You know, once they find their fire, find that lead, they're ready to continue to push it, and it's very scary for Goonsquad. They've got to be ready for this one. One more sort of successful jump from OG, the game could just be over.
Keep in mind, there's Glyph is cooldown. They have Spin and BKB on CK. They have a healing ward. If they get 1 kill without buyback, they can just ignore the other heroes. Basher and Mjolnir. So this is the solution to Solar Guardian, the Mjolnir. The Omnislash will still be very effective.
Dire's top
Spell Prison for Pack, as BZM wasn't scary enough already.
Got some nice ones. I think also got the time this relic. See if anyone wants to take that. And here's the push. Goonsquad, we'll see how good the defense is. OG giving it some respect.
Only DK and Viper have buyback on their Dire. So if they kill any of other 3 heroes, it's gonna be real trouble for Goonsquad.
Full Revenant's Brooch now done on BZM, so that hard-hitting magical damage can be very nice against the high armor heroes like the DK. I mean, if you're Goonsquad now in this situation, what's the plan? Wait out the Aegis, then look to sort of smoke out, get a fight going outside of the base?
I'm not sure. The game completely flipped on their heads. They are looking for something. They're getting heavily outfarmed. But there's 30 seconds age. This might be the worst time to fight.
Quite able to get the jump on them. Quick with the blink.
Blood turn on Amar. Whoever gets stunned, he's just dead. Another...
Oh, he's in. They're ready to go. Straight into the mid. They have a Solar Guardian and a Static Storm, but again, the Blade Fury is up in time. Uragi trying to back out towards the side. He gets the Healing Ward down. He'll be able to hide in the trees. They're going to try and hunt for him. But already Amar, he's onto the backlines. He's onto Aqua. Aqua has to run. Aqua's going to die. He's out of the game. Tiger jumps in, finishes off Pexu. 2 heroes dead without buyback. The Dream Core snapback catching onto Hansken. And Uragi, he's still alive. He's back in with the Blade Fury. Takes out Hansken. Limp is surrounded here. OG just toying with them. Amar's put on back up. Throws it down onto S4. S4 has buyback, but the rest of the team do not. Ancient's exposed. They're ready to end it here, OG.
That's it.
I mean,
really good execution.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it, for the first 30 minutes or so, Goonsquad, they really stepped it up this game. It looked like they had a solid chance. It looked like they were going to do it. They were down on that bottom lane push. They get the racks. But then at that point, it was as if OG decided, you know what, we're ready to win. And then they just won it. It was just, full force there from OG in those last moments. And I think, Goonsquad, they just didn't know how to stop it. And I don't blame them. I don't know if anyone knows how to stop that.
I agree. I mean, I just hope Goonsquad looks at this game and says, we had it. We didn't throw it, but we showed the world that we can compete with the OG. If we get another good draft, if we got another good couple of moves going on for us, we can beat the OG. Don't be sad about throwing this game away, because in essence, they did throw it a bit. Just look for another one. They showed they can compete against the OG.
Absolutely, that's some very strong moments. But indeed, at the end of the day, OG just finding that little one, that one opening, and they blow it wide open. The game's just over. They just do everything it takes to just shut it down and just give no chance for Goonsquad to barely breathe or barely consider how on earth they're going to get back hold of the gamers. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of this best of 3 will go the way of OG.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.esogaming.com.
Friends who evolve together, evolve for the future. That's friendship in a game well played. Get Go Plus 99 and go play with Glow Prepaid.
is in the bag, and it is OG that takes the first win. They're playing against Goonsquad in Division 1 of the Western European DPC League, and of course you're watching Dreamleague Season 18 powered by Intel. In this game, to be honest, if you would have asked me after the first 10 minutes, I would have said OG got this easy. If you would have asked me after the first 25 minutes, I'd say Goonsquad got this easy. And then it still turned out to be OG's game. And why was it like this? That's exactly what my panel is going to say. I'm joined by Jenkins, T-Gov, and Fog. Fog, why was this like this?
Goonsquad just playing incredibly well, taking advantage of some of these mistakes that come out from OG and just really capitalizing on just good itemization and good spell usage. Like, especially Hanskin. He played, I think he was the MVP of the whole game for me. Even though they end up losing the game, he was spectacular.
Spectacular.
T-Governor?
T-Governor.
But with all good things, they eventually come to an end. And Goonsquad pushing their advantage, punishing OG quite a lot. There was a point where obviously that bottom tier 3, there was the second Roshan coming back up. They looked to force OG back to base because when you're behind, you naturally want to be out on the map, CK illusions, jugs, pushing things out. So, you know, Goonsquad, they do the right thing by pushing them back to their base with this tier 3. But unfortunately, the time in which they do get wiped or at least have a couple key deaths, it opens up OG to just instantly go to Roshan. It had a really short respawn. As the jug pokes his head in, bam, it respawns. They get that Aegis and go down mid. So it's one of those games where Goonsquad, if they were able to find the difference between aggression and kind of the bigger picture stuff, they would have maybe been able to get that Aegis and probably close out the game. But they did so well getting to that stage, a lot of teams wouldn't have been able to fight up into OG like that. So it's very commendable, and just one split choice was the difference, honestly, in my opinion.
I'm just glad we have like a game here. Like I like that it's just it's really close Dota, because I think this game went the way a lot of people probably expected, but not how they expected. I think a lot of people would have expected Goonsquad to get shellacked by OG, major winning team. I suppose it depends on the day, because you had that Tundra series, but then that's also Tundra who has a habit of shellacking teams even when these are major winning teams. So it's nice we have a series. It's like everything was very dependent on a few small mistakes, and both teams, you could feel the like psychological momentum where they're like, oh, this guy fucked up, like go like keep going. Like you can tell that both sides of comms is incredibly active and just looking to make the enemy team bleed, which is great. It means we're gonna have a great series, which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Treat to watch.
A treat to watch. For the player versus player, we chose the offlaners. Fog, do you want to talk about Amar versus S4 and their KDA?
Yeah, I mean, Amar doing as Amar does, kind of playing, carry from the offlane this game.
He likes hitting creeps.
He's a CK, so it's even more appropriate than when he's playing like a Mars or something like that, as we'll see that shortly. But it was in the beginning, I wanted to emphasize why we chose KDA actually on purpose, was because he's playing like the carry from the offlane.
We have a picture of S4. He won a TI.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a Quinn cutout too. Like
it does look like kind of a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
No, I wanted to emphasize because you see a lot of deaths for S4, but I actually think that this allowed Hanskin to become that monster that he did in this game and kind of carry them through the mid game, because he was getting all these levels. He was getting level 6 at around 8 minutes something, I think it was, and he got tons of extra farm because S4 was dying in that offlane. So even though you see those deaths, it's not like, I mean, some of them maybe were one or two of them a bit too many, but at the end of the day, it actually helped them a lot because Hanskin was crucial.
And he, S4 ended up being top net worth core on his team.
He was, yeah.
At the end of a laning stage. The guy's 0-6, and it's like, how is he top net worth? But like, I think he got the last hit on the tower. He was farming a lot of creeps. He had total free farm, other than when he was dying. Like, he did have total free farm. Like, Uragi could not farm in the lane. So it's another one of these things, like we saw with the crit interview, or the crit tweet, that like kills don't matter that much in the early game.
In the early game, you just get one return kill and you're back on top, right? That's kind of how it can happen. And as Jenkins said, we got a series in our hands, and in every series there has to be a game 2 at least. So we're gonna have that after this break.
That I was safe enough.
this best of 3 series showed us that there is potential for a good, even back and forth in game number 2. First game was taken by OG, so if they take this one, they will be 4-1 in the Western European DPC League. But Goonsquad, I think they'll have something to say about that because they would like to make it to the major. They still have a good shot. They're 2-2 right now, but they will need to force the series to a third game. Can they do that? I think game 1, as I said, has proven that they have the tools to. Just has to find out if it works out in game 2. We should be in the draft as well. I'm here with Jenkins, T, and Fogged. Ooh, we're well underway. We got a lot of Dawn and Sky, like air things on the side of Goonsquad.
I like the fact that we see the Dawn again. With the Sky pickup, maybe you'd argue it's not going to be obviously the 4 Dawn. It'll be pushed into the 5 or maybe mid. But I think for Goonsquad at least, that previous game loss, it's going to sound really weird, but it's not the worst way to lose a game, right? Like you win the game, you kind of choke out OG from it, you make one mistake in regards to Siege or Roshan, and then you lose it instantly, give or take. So that type of loss, you can instantly rally back up and go into the second game with pretty good spirits.
Yeah, and OG actually respecting the Viper as well. They banned that one out. It's the only difference that we see. It means the Beastmaster is still in the pool, although both teams avoided that. OG will pick up the Slaughter that Amar has been liking quite a bit this tour, and they pick it up first phase.
He just wants to be able to carry.
He also doesn't want to have 4 or 5 bans thrown towards him, right? Like that previous draft, all his heroes he played in DPC were banned out. He didn't want to play Void Spirit, of course. Therefore, he plays a newer hero. But no, in regards to Slaughter, they played it against Game of Gladiators. It was very potent in that series. Of course, against likes of Bristleback, Dawnbreaker, if it is a core, you have really good laning. You are able to instantly go Roshan. You give this Puck, who normally has good games nowadays, this free Aegis. So this Puck v Sky matchup that looks good at minute 15-20. You're probably going to have an Aegis in that Puck now. So you're going to remove the value of the Skyrath pick potentially just because of Slaughter enabling that Roshan as well.
I think Sky individually too just has like a very low win rate versus Slardar in general because he's just zero arm.
You're literally zero arm. You die in one attack.
You just die. If you ever get caught by Slardar, he'll solo kill you almost no matter what items he has.
I think there's also potential. I mean, I don't really play it too much, but Io Slardar is insane, and Skyrath hates playing versus Io. You just out-sustain all the damage in the laning phase, tons of different ways to save, so I think it could be something that OG might be using. Don't remember if they played it, though. I think that maybe they played it once, but they haven't really touched it too much, if you could check for me.
I'll check for you, boss. Don't worry.
Thank you.
In this DPC season, at least, they haven't played actually any IO.
No IO, right? I didn't think so. So I still think it's a possibility, just because it is a little bit of a different maker versus Skyrath, and it is a hero that hunts Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker's a hero that plays on opposite sides of the map. IO is one that can punish that a lot of times. So I think it's a possibility, even though they haven't played it.
Always like to see with Sky some sort of actually good setup, something more guaranteed than just a Dawnbreaker that feels a little scuffed.
Or like a stun, like a Nyx.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe maybe Goonsquad goes back for their DK, but it just gets banned out. That's kind of an obvious combo. Tiny also is one of the better combos.
Already out.
Also banned out. So in terms of Sky setup, I mean,
you could potentially do like a Beastmaster route, just for you don't have the instant stun for Puck to kill, but more you walk together as a crew, and if Slaughter blinks in, instant roar, you can maybe kill him off. You get to play around something for Dawn.
10 seconds
I would argue you'd also need one more cheaper stun for the Puck to cover that.
There goes the
they
beast.
banned it out.
Yeah, they're covering the boxes.
I actually think the Roar Sky combo is like it's perfect because you split everybody away from the guy that you're Sky ulting, right? So they can't split up the damage. So it's like it does lower obviously longer cooldown on the Beast Roar, but much stronger when you actually do use it. But it's out. So. OGs think of the same stuff that we are. There's got to be some combo with the Sky. If you're first phasing it, you're not just going to have this hero in the game for no reason, right? There's going to be some combo.
Not a crazy amount of options.
No.
Unless you go down the weirder route of like the Centaurs and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Sand Kings, which like not getting picked up that much. I mean, I guess CK is not bad, but it's not like that instantaneous stun that you'd like.
I'm always just scared Sand King when you're into Puck and Slardar already, right?
Clockwork seems like a fairly
good versus Slardar.
Obvious one, yeah. You can run the clock in lane versus the Slardar. You got the Sky clock combo for the game. Supports running around with each other, killing people.
I could see that one.
could do like a Void style for Goonsquad. I don't know. Obviously, in lane, it probably doesn't feel too great into Slardar. But the overall game, if you survive the jump of a Puck or Slardar, reinitiate or disengage slightly, the Dawn ult on top of that, it gives you some early kind of setup for the Skyroth.
It's an Aqua special.
Yeah, it is an Aqua special.
Definitely worried for the lane, though. That is a miserable
100%.
lane for Void.
You just need the correct laning partner, right, to try and get you over that hurdle. But if you can get over that hurdle, sure, the game will be fine. I guess you probably don't want to pick this hero into OG because the fear of not hitting that chrono, and if you miss that single chrono, Roshan will fall, your map will fall. So I probably wouldn't want to have the bigger cooldown guys unless you cover it with other heroes. And you haven't really covered the weaknesses of Void right now to enable it. So in hindsight, probably shouldn't pick Void.
Yeah, I mean with Sky, like there's combo, but Puck, it's like Puck also is scary.
It's
you have
too
to
much,
like always, it's too much to deal with.
I feel like you just gotta get the clockwork out right now.
I like clock.
It's the OP5 of the patch. Everybody loves this hero.
And that does mean that Dawnbreaker would be guaranteed a core.
That's true.
And I don't know if they want to do that one just yet. Is there anything that we can learn from the bans that Goonsquad went for with the Monkey, the Wind Ranger, and the Marcy as Mars gets picked up there?
That's set up. I mean, that's something that we forgot about. It's funny, OG's on the other side, but this hero...
They have
the save.
Oh, no. Yeah, they just pick something to protect versus it. And they pick something to catch the backline and a hero that's very good versus Dawnbreaker. Yep. You see the Solar Guardian coming in, set up.
Drop all of your stuff on the
everything.
ground. Yeah, Mars as well, like Solar Guardian plus Mars ult. So you put these rings on the ground. So we're going to fight right here. Jakiro's like, okay.
Let's go.
A Disruption is a great setup for an Ice Path as well. It's a nice support one too. Or, well, there's 3-4 in this case.
I think you were talking about the bans. I mean, now we see why those bans come out, right? The Monkey King, they pick up the Mars, so they wanted to be able to protect their Mars in particular, and then the Wind Ranger and the Marcy, that's literally what they just played against. Super comfortable heroes for OG on the supports. Okay, Zeus.
Well, the supports don't really do anything to Zeus right now. No. So I can understand that. Like, the supports will not pressure you. But Slardar Puck are pretty damn good at jumping you. Like, I feel like when you're Zeus or Sniper, like these very backline heroes in this patch, like you don't really want to play, like playing against one jump hero is kind of fine, but when you play against like 2 or 3, that's when it starts feeling like, oh, this hero is not that strong in this game.
But they've got all the gods. Like Dawnbreaker kind of feels like a god. Mars
that's true,
and Zeus, right? It's kind of like all
I think Dawnbreaker is Mars's mom. Maybe Zeus's wife, I guess.
No, that's not.
I don't know about that.
It's lost. That's too deep for me.
10 seconds.
So Dusaban, one hero that's pretty effective actually versus Slardar. Sure, you get corrosive haze, but your mana shield still is very effective, even though you are hit by that.
It's also probably the hero that you don't really want to care too much about banishing. Like, if, imagine the Charlie Terrorblade, right? You have SD, you don't care, right? So nice one on that front.
And that is probably what, a 5 Dawnbreaker then, right? I guess it's still flexible.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like they're keeping it a little bit more open here, right?
Okay. Because that's what I would get also from the Dawnbreaker, from the Medusa, right? Because you want a range carry to pair with the Dawnbreaker, and then you put the Zeus mid.
I think so. I mean,
that's what I would imagine.
Yeah, Mars guy, yeah, for sure.
I feel like if you're OG, you probably follow the Jakiro to wherever the Dawn is. I think that'll win that trade. Whereas SD might not. Like, there's actually kill threat maybe on the SD. And I don't know. I don't see Sky is doing that poorly against like a Shadow Demon. I think that's like 50-50. But yeah, I think if you're OG, like Dawn has been often countered by Jakiro.
I think Goonsquad have to respect a potential AUK from OG. That you already have the cover of SD, the stack making potential, the quick Roshan, the forward thinking of Puck, the lane
no
secure
supports
of
that really pressure you.
No one secures the enemy to jungle. Yeah,
Shadow Demon is just, I think, always an untapped hero in a way, because it breaks a lot of. I mean, not because the ult breaks, but it breaks a lot of combos that you want to be able to kill heroes. So, like, when you get your Demonic Cleanse, the Shard, Skywrath silences Puck, you Demonic Cleanse, the silence is gone, it constantly dispels. It's a hero that I think always has some crazy potential in a lot of games. I really like watching Shadow Demons.
And just that's why I kind of think the AUK, like, imagine this 15k net worth hero getting cleansed by SD, running in, Slardars, but that just feels so much. Because damage-wise from Goonsquad, Zeus, sure, big damage, Sky, lots of damage, but Dawn and Mars, they're kind of enabling cores up until they find their own items, and then sure they can pack a punch.
They ban out the Naga.
So they're going for Terrorblade themselves then, but that's into Zeus, so I wouldn't think so.
Would you rather ban out Terrorblade or rather ban out Alchemist if
Could
you're going
just be a
to
lane secure.
No way they picked Terrorblade into Zeus.
I would not think
That's
so.
insane.
I was like, this looks crazy. I mean, this is just the way they banned, right? Looks interesting.
Yeah, I feel like it's more Amar took this time to go, what do I not want to lane into? Charlie's or Aqua's a big Naga, Medusa player.
That's very true.
You don't really want to play Slardar into Naga high armor.
That's
Like, you
fair.
can't win the lane, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's just interesting because they have Jakiro too. Sometimes like Jakiro can be early solutions, but later on as it goes, it's obviously miserable. So.
PA is the last ban
Okay.
coming out from Goonsquad, so Alchemist still in the pool.
Yeah, I'd say like Alka Bristle are kind of like where my mind goes. These heroes that will utilize early Aegises and the overall fight that you have.
What about Lifestealer? I never really like to say Lifestealer, but I see a lot of bombs.
Oh, no, there it is.
Told you, it's the Infest bombs.
There it
This is an
is.
old
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Slardar Lifestealer, Puck Lifestealer.
Yeah,
you're
you're right,
versus
you're right.
Zeus. You can
That's
jump
perfect,
to
yeah.
backline. And now you have a lane
And
where
you're against Mars, too. It's
exactly.
so easy.
So that one, like that, immediately, like when I saw, I was starting to think more. I'm like, why else would the Naga
It's
be
like
happening?
the perfect Lifestealer game.
Exactly.
It's like, I feel like I'm back in like 2016 right now.
Yep. This is an old school like Team Liquid when Kuroki
they go
got
TV.
Terrorblade.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
they get
say
TV.
that
but they have the Shadow
it's the
Demon.
SD. Yeah, that's a,
yeah. I was.
You pick it into a counter in order to counter the Lifestealer. That's like what they're going with this. Wow.
Layers. Lots of
Yeah,
layers.
there's a lot of layers.
Nice onion draft, yeah.
Yeah.
I like OG. I actually like the Lifestealer pick.
I do too. I like it a lot.
I'm not a big believer in this hero, but I feel like there's so many layers that makes this good here. Then the SD countering all the illusion heroes that would come out to counter the Lifestealer.
The key thing is Lifestealer Terrorblade lineups often the other four heroes need to make a lot of space early on. So then you exit the jungle with a couple big items. Sure, you can join earlier fights, but the fact that OG, the earlier fights, SD will deal with the TB, the Lifestealer will deal with everyone else. Slardar and Puck. Yeah, I just feel like OG, they have the answers to what Goonsquad need to get online. So I am favoring OG a little bit, yeah.
And the multiple, I think people a lot of times forget also, Lifestealer, the heal. Like Puck, if he gets silenced, he gets comboed. You can actually jump inside the Puck, heal him, turn fights in a lot of ways too. But besides that, the Infest Bomb, I mean, I like Lifestealer because this is more of a throwback kind of draft. And I think Terrorblade has a really hard time versus Shadow Demon. I've seen Taiga scale.
I've seen SDs solo kill Terrorblades.
Yeah. In laning phase even
with
too.
no net worth, because you just purge and spawn 2 illusions, it's 150% damage. Obviously, TB does a lot of damage. Yeah, it's tough.
It is going to be a tough game from the sounds of it for Goonsquad for sure, but if they want to win this, they need to force out that third game. Let's see if they can. Together with our commentary duo, it's Odie Pixel and Milan.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting ready now for game 2 here between OG and Goonsquad. I'm very excited to see how this one goes down. We have that last pick from Goonsquad, you know, Aqua, Charlie, getting his Terrorblade. One of, if not his best carry hero to play, Milan. But you've only got to imagine OG, that they didn't care, right? They left this in the pool for a reason. Now, it's going to be interesting to see, is he able to carry this game against a lineup that you can only imagine OG feel that they have the measures to deal with the Terrorblade with?
Definitely he can carry, but he will need massive help from his team, especially with dealing with the, as Panel mentioned, Shadow Demon. But they do have the tools, which I'm happy about. They have the Zeus ulti and the Mars Arena, so every fight they want, they can find this Shadow Demon. So if his team helps him, I think he's capable of carrying this game.
you're completely wrong.
Okay. And sort of overall, like, do you prefer one of the drafts here? Is one of them sort of easier to play, do you think?
Depends on the lane stage, but I think Goonsquad got slight edge on the draft.
All right.
But it's OG. It's the Taiga Shadow Demon, probably one of the hardest Shadow Demons to catch, if not the hardest. So it's gonna be a hell of a battle. Hope Goonsquad can perform in game 1, and like in game 1, and we'll have a really cool game.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a great start to the series. Of course, Goonsquad will feel a little rough after those last few moments, but as we saw, only so much you can do when OG sort of find their momentum and run you over as they did in those final moments.
Very interested about the safe lane from the Goonsquad, like how will they deal with the Amar and Taiga, because they can possibly pressure this lane, but again, Amar and Taiga are one of the best laners in Europe. It's going to be very interesting. Also, I think this game is heavily on S4. S4, like, Goonsquad has like very limited action heroes, like to start something. It's heavily dependent on S4 and his timing. If he has a rough lane, Goonsquad will not be able to progress.
Yeah, and that top lane matchup, you know, Yuragi and Misha, this Lifestealer Jakiro. See how well that does. And yeah, bottom lane. See if Pexu's going to be able to create the space here for Aqua to have a good time. We'll be able to get the courier, so that's going to be a salve held back for now. And yeah, up on this top lane, I mean, how easy is it going to be for Hanskin to sort of apply pressure and slow down Yuragi? Is this a lane that the Lifestealer feels pretty safe in?
I think it will be pretty easy for the Yuragi, especially with the Jakiro and Misha. I feel like that's one of his more comfortable heroes. And but there will be openings for the Hanskin and S4. We'll see if they can use them. So far, pretty slow. The lane is very nicely positioned top, so at least the start will be good for S4. And there's also an edge for the Goonsquad on the Zeus level 6. Like, if Limp has a good game, they can go for the kills at that time.
See Misha doing his best here to dance around Hanskin. And so far down bottom on the first wave or so. It's been an easy start for Aqua. He's having to be careful how he approaches the wave. It's not having the easiest time getting the CS bottom.
We're gonna see when the meta pops. Oh, they had the TP out on Misha, which will leave Lifestealer exposed a bit, but he should be fine. He's a bit lacking on the CS because of the lane position.
Yeah, both carries here off to a bit of a slower start. Well, they've got the mid lane at the moment, 12 for 4 against 10 for 2. A little bit of a lead here for BZM off the first few waves, but yeah, Limp definitely going to be on track to hitting good timing on the 6. Not huge amounts being taken away from it in terms of the denies.
BZM pack, man. That thing scares me.
Yeah, absolutely. You can throw whatever you want at this man, and he'll be prepared when he's on his puck. No doubt about that.
They get a pull off, and if the lane bottom is long, and Amar is playing close to his tower, whenever they pop meta on Goonsquad, Aqua will be in trouble. He's waiting for a level 2 meta before he uses it. He needs to be very careful. Oh no, he's just gonna skill the illusions. That's not uncommon. Oh, they're gonna make a go.
Let's see if they can take down Tiger. The Starbreaker connection and put the Fairy Fire stick charges ready to go as well. Tiger's able to get out. Back under the tower. He's safe. Goonsquad not quite having enough firepower there between the two of them to take him down. Meanwhile, up at the top side of things, S4 and Hanskin, they'll find the first blood themselves. They'll take out Misha.
They couldn't ask for a better start than getting a first blood on S4, their most important hero in the early game. And also bottom, Tiger playing it to perfection. Oh, there's gonna be a disruption. They have a stun and bash ready.
Let's see what they can do. Bash into the crush here. He's got the stick charges, but the stacks are building up. Another bash here, of course, from Amar.
Tiger playing out of his mind. Not just surviving on wide HP and solving right after, just going on the end of the meta. So he gets the meta illusions, but Charlie loses it. So he needs to run and he gets killed by it. Actually commit for it. He's gonna be fine.
Still got Fairy Fire at the ready. Still incredibly close on that mid matchup. Yeah, bottom lane. Definitely showing that this is not an easy place for Aqua to farm against. Well, now with the levels that OG have to be even more careful.
Okay.
Pexu will be fine. And him being forced back means that there'll be less to sort of help out Aqua and keep him safe and strong in the lane.
I think they can combine the level 6 Zeus with next meta to make a go on Amar. I think that's the strongest point in this early game.
Step up towards Misha. S4 does have to be cautious.
Family will understand.
Whoever gets too far up, Yuragi will be ready to go.
S4, 2 braces, chainmail. He's feeling pretty good top. We'll continue to farm, low 4.
Really sort of a very similar pace that both carries are being slowed down to. 18 and 1 up on that top lane. Yuragi and 18 for 1 down bottom for Aqua. That's a tough start for the safe laners.
Aqua pulling the creeps bottom, the siege and tower pressure will die. That's very good. Now meta is coming up. I'm curious if they're gonna make a move. Dawnbreaker just going stacking. Maybe. There's a 6-minute rune coming up. SD will take it from Zeus, so they get it anyway.
And with the Thunder God's Wrath Lip, won't hold back on any chance of missing out on that kill. He'll pop it here to secure the kill on Misha.
Just fine. Don't need to like over stress it or overthink it, like to use it for a big kill. But Amar might be in a problem. Not Amar, sorry, Aqua.
Yeah, again, just taking so much damage. Good bash there as well to stop the Pexu's initial escape. Won't quite be able to dive, but as we're seeing on this bottom lane, definitely got to be cautious around Amar. Half a level away from hitting the level 6, that's when things are really going to step up, and this Slardar is going to be a huge threat.
And this is an 8-pick Slardar that's having a pretty damn good lane. And like, I think Amar is just really feeling himself right now.
See now in this mid, look how much farm BZM's actually getting ahead of Limp. 51 against the 39, being able to clear out the camps very nicely. Now look for the rotation top. He's going to commit with the Dreamcodes close to the tower. They should still be able to dive in to get some of these kills. Two breath will catch on to Hansken. See if that's enough to kill him off. It doesn't look like it will be. Hansken's going to be fine. So OG not actually able to get either of the 2 kills. Goonsquad, they keep both alive. Bottom lane, setups there onto Aqua, and now with the level 6 up, it's so much damage. They try and get Aqua out there, but the crush comes out from Amar, and he's ready to look to set up for Pexu as well. Stick charges are popped. Pexu trying to hide through the trees, but with the setup of the ult, they'll find him. Double kill for Tiger. This bottom lane, it's just getting rougher and rougher for Goonsquad.
Amazing positioning by Tiger. Just finding the angles. As soon as he pops meta, he's there to punish. There is no response from Goonsquad, not like they can. They try to make something happen top, but it's just very rough game for Aqua. There's gonna be 8-minute room coming up. This is a huge for Goonsquad. They need to make something else happen for them on the map.
Yeah, Aqua at this point, he's not going to be turning back up to that bottom lane. So the jungle he goes. Pexu might stick around to try and pick up some action, some XP from the lane. We'll see over in the river, Hansken a limp. Should be able to take out Misha here. As he's caught in the river. Final bit of burst, that'll do it. We'll punish Misha here around the river spot.
We see the power of the Zeus and Skyra amplifying the magic damage and just getting the rune. But Misha, like, it's a very casual support that he would, if rune was stopped, he would have taken it and taken it for Zeus, and it's fine to die for that.
Yeah, you gotta be, Amar, he's kind of ready to go. As Pexu,
oh my god, so much damage.
This bottom lane, it's just not a safe place to be. You turn up here, you're getting slapped by the fish. There's Amar, 103, level 8, Mask of Man is pretty much on its way out here with these last 2 creeps. You don't want to come down here. You don't want to mess with Amar.
Who can come down here? Any hero that comes just dies. And this is the best. This is the best way to take a tower. One hero, not even hitting it, just farming, maximizing. Towers falling to creeps. You're gonna come, pick up the last hit. Your team is free to do whatever they want. Taiga's farming a medium camp. Pexu is gonna try to delay this a bit, but more likely than not, he's just gonna be dying again.
Yeah, it's very risky. If he comes out anywhere around that tower, you know that Amar's gonna be going straight for him once again.
They do have the Zeus ulti and Mars TP bottom, depending how they feel. That is a very dangerous move, defending the tier 1 tower. 8 could turn quickly into a disaster.
Yeah, Pexu's doing his best not to show. He's just trying to soak up some of this XP from the side. He's gonna reveal himself now.
He wants to make him dive really deep for him. He's pinging it. He's getting the info that there might be a potential turn play here.
Yeah, these are some nice jukes from Pexu. It's going to slow things down, but he'll show himself once again. And he's going to get caught. TP's are coming in, but Pexu, he's already dead. Let's see if S4 can punish this. Arena's out. He's got the combo. He'll be able to do so. Comes in, gets the trade. I think at the end of the day, that's what Pexu was baiting Amar in for. So Goonsquad, they'll be fine with this. S4 picking up a big kill, taking out Amar.
Right. It was a really good plan from Pexu and S4, and they executed it almost perfectly. There might be a potential play here. Taiga is also pinging. He's like, if he had ulti, it would be easy. Right now, a bit shy of it. Amar is not too worried about this. That he knows this Mars has this one play. Now he has to leave bottom, and he has no arena, so he's gonna feel much safer. He made the risk, but even dying, like, it's okay in this situation.
Yeah, very hard for them to form a defense now. That's down for 35 seconds, so Amar should be able to get back on and take the tower down. It's pretty much already fallen. Just find a bit of a push to seal the deal.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This bottom area of the map will continue to be a very dangerous spot for Goonsquad to turn up to. See a little bit of space at the lane up top, Hans Ken. He's going to be getting the Veil online as soon as he can.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And to amp up that magical damage even more on top of the Ancient Seal. And S4 will make the move up top. He's got Arena good to go in a couple of seconds, so definitely could look for kill opportunity around this tier 1.
Dropping spells for Jakiro will be just fine, because next time he has Arena, he's gonna have a Blink Dagger. It's like a perfect timing. It also secures the tower probably. Like, this feels very nice and casual for S4. He is having a time of his life this game. Yeah. He's having everything go his way.
And we saw last time he had a rough start in the lane. 4 deaths sort of back-to-back to Yuragi. This time round, 3-0-0. Taking the enemy tier 1 here 12 minutes in and having his Blink Dagger done. So hitting all the timings this game. S4 top spot of the net worth.
Amar also looking for his dagger. This is his like signature build. He doesn't want to like butcher his scaling by rushing the dagger, so he always gets like Mask of Madness into like farming into a dagger. So he gets dagger maybe 3 minutes later, but on top of it he has the Mask of Madness too.
It's been impressive stuff here from both off-laners this game. Sort of the carries, both having to play the catch-up game and at a very similar tempo as well. Both Yuragi and Aqua sort of sitting behind the other cores in the game, but getting the space in the jungles, respectively.
Actually, game reminds me of the first game. Like DK last game on Limp. Now S4 will hit this smoke and the dagger, and now can they actually deliver? Can they find the right kills? Can they build up on this advantage of this momentum?
Let's see what they catch. Tiger wouldn't be the biggest, but maybe the one they have to settle for.
Tiger perfectly positioned. He still wants to make them use some spells on him.
I mean, Amar's going to maybe turn up. He's stepping into this. See the Stellar Guardian coming in as well. Amar, almost like he got kind of baited into that one as Tiger looked prepared to sort of stop the play. Amar, he wanted to fight, but it did not work out for him. He ends up going down as well, charging into there.
Nice patience from S4. He understands Tiger is dead to 2 heroes. He can look for a bigger fish, and Amar takes the bait and he just gets executed.
Yeah, without a doubt, Goonsquad showing us that the same level of play they're bringing out in the early game of Game 1. Very much showing that they have the ability here to challenge OG. When it comes to this early mid-game, it's a good start.
Good timing on Netherlands. It's going to help a lot. If he positions well in the fights, he can save anyone. Yeah, Goonsquad, I keep saying Goonsquad. Goonsquad kind of feels on a timer.
Okay.
Like they do have a TB, but enemy has a puck that's having time of his life too, and they have a BKB timings. Because they don't really do much against BKBs besides the TB. And when the heroes like Lifestealer and Slardar build bashes, the TB is also going to be in trouble. Because he's going to be super slowed by the Shadow Demon ulti, he's not going to be able to man up against it. And this time around, it's a big difference. He won't have the Solar Guardian with the axe. Anytime soon, I reckon.
See OG again around this area. They've been trying to get it into the jungle of Goonsquad, but each time Goonsquad have been ready to hold this position of the map, taking the attention away from Aqua. He's been able to play that top half on his own quite nicely for the last few moments. Smoke time from OG. They're actually going to get Yuragi involved. See if they can get him
it's in
some of the action here to start to boost him ahead of Aqua.
Bash is ready. Amar is fishing with the Slardar.
See what he can get. Aqua would be the big find. They know he's likely to be playing this top half of the map. And they'll find him. TPs are coming in. They've got the lockdown. They'll take him out. See the reaction. Yuragi's already able to put the rage. So the spear combo not going to be successful. Rage will now come to an end. They have the Ancient Steel into the Starbreaker, but he's outside the most stick player. The Arc Lightning does find him, though. They bring down Yuragi Goonsquad. The Dream calls out for BZM into the stun. Samar with the bashes, he's still good to go. And he just died to tower. No, he's going to be able to walk it off. The bottle charge passed over towards him, keeps him alive. And they're ready to try and maybe look for more. They're toying around with S4. Demonic Purge at the ready. Amar, he's thinking about jumping back in on this. He doesn't even need to. He primes it with the ultimate. OG, they'll be able to take down all 5.
3 letters. BZM. What a player.
And that's a scary play that comes the way of Goonsquad. They're going to feel shaken up after that one. That was every single one of them taken down. Perfect start from OG. And Goonsquad, they try and react, but that rage puts a stop to the initial opening from Goonsquad. I mean, at this point as well, Yuragi nearly goes down. It looks like they're almost going to catch him in the combo. But I believe, yeah, it was the bash or the crush from Amar. It stopped Pexu from finishing the Starbreaker. If that Starbreaker hits, that Mystic Flare, it's killing him instantly. But as it was, Limp has to commit to try and finish the kill. And the position that he puts himself to finish the Lifestealer just puts his own life at threat. And then at this point, it's just a cleanup job from OG.
I think Goonsquad still has a chance next fight. Oh, as for blundered a bit that fight, he actually missed all the spells. Missed all the other heroes besides Lifestealer, and he still saved the rage. He didn't use the rage for the terrible kill because he understands he can be patient with it. And like, as for was banking, he used it. Now they need to smoke on their own and look for what just happened to them.
There we go. They need this to work, Goonsquad. They've got to find something big with this one. Again, Tiger showing mid, not the target they want. They want to try and get into the jungle, find one of the cores, find Amar, find Yuragi. BZM, of course, a little trickier to catch unless they're getting quick with the Ancient Seal. But again, OG, they're very clearly aware of this.
Yours is ready. They need an instant spear, but Tiger is also ready. So it's almost an impossible situation for Goonsquad.
Now, OG not allowing anybody to get caught by that move. Goonsquad, they're still posturing around the mid, but you can see OG, they're fully prepared. They'll smoke up themselves.
Infest is ready.
They're ready to jump. Get the Dawnbreaker out of the fight. It's a clean way to start things off, remove the initial threat of the Solar Guardian. And now the jump, S4. It's in with the spear. He'll be able to catch on to Misha. They'll take him out. And S4 will lose his life for that attempt, and they're ready to go for more. Hanskin tries for a TP out, but he's caught by the Yules. Once again, OG taking the team fights, and Amar, he's going to see if he can maybe chase down for more. They've got the Dream Coil, BZM just on the edge of it, able to catch Aqua. They'll look to run him down, and Mars ready to dive in with that Mask of Madness, take him out. He doesn't want to dive to tier 2 quite yet. Respect the magical damage being thrown out by Limp. See if BZM's going to be able to get out of this. He has. He's got the blink back up. He's ready to go outside into the triangle. From far away, he's going to be fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This Larda is scary without BKB. Imagine like in a minute.
Yeah, how do you stop him?
Interesting pickup from Shadow Demon. Tiger picked up an early shard, so he actually heals for full damage. It's a 300 heal, and it's also continues to dispel.
Limp's got to be careful. They're going to be able to catch him out at the top.
They're trying to save him.
Solar Guardian coming in, but Limp, he's gone. Pexu as well, he'll also be taken down. It's starting to get a little messy, and I think OG, they're going to be feeling very comfortable right now.
Yeah, I mean, the game is now completely in their hands. There's just very little that Radiant can do. The Rosh is fully exposed. They'll like not even use all heroes to take it. They're feeling really good about themselves. S4 is looking for a big play, but BZM is not going to allow it.
And BZM was rather low. Quick fingers, and BZM's back to the base. He's okay. Yeah, I should say, not a chance here for Goonsquad to really have a say about this Rosh.
Who's going to pick up the Aegis? Amar or Yuragi? It seems like Yuragi.
Yeah, I mean, Amar's probably like, well, no, he doesn't mind if he dies. Yuragi's life more important, and back over into the mid. They've already got the catches. Amar's in, he's looking for S4. Defensive disruption comes out in time to help dodge him from the spear. And will still die to the magical burst, but this is still going to be OG's fight for sure once again as they're diving in. Ice Spark catches out Pexu. They take out a third hero here. As Goonsquad, they just cannot seem to slow them down.
it's a very hard for Toby after the laning stage. He's not getting a chance to get involved in this game. He gets gone from that smoke, and now from then on it's just OG show. They just keep going. Now Yuragi with the Aegis, he's feeling unstoppable. He's going for the Satanic. The build we saw the other day. It's the Sange in between.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And against Kyrat Mage and the TB, you can just man up all the way.
Yeah, I mean, how do you lock that man down at that point? Yeah. Silences are going to be removed, and the amount of HP that he has, even if you do catch him, it's going to be so difficult to burst through this Lifestealer.
And he has the Aegis on top of it, so you have no other choice but to ignore him. But he has the Slaughter on his team. Every target he hits is going to probably be amplified. It's like a lose-lose situation for Goonsquad. Ignore him, you get punished. Try to kill him, you get punished.
OG, the Sages, they're more than happy to look for these tier 2s, keep the pressure on. Knowing that Goonsquad, the deficit they're playing at, they're going to have to make some hard decisions on how to react to this pressure from OG. It's not going to be easy. It's tier 2, going down in no time. See them try and get out on the map, Goonsquad, but BZM is already ready to start playing with them. A look for Peksu. He's got the Yules here, buying time for Misha to come in with the Ice Path setup. Peksu's gone. And already over to the side of Mar, he's finding his own bit of action. Takes out Hansken. S4 has to retreat. See if Amar wants to chase. Actually, they'll look up into the lane because already, BZM's found Aqua. Aqua was trying to pressure out another creep wave, but BZM's just ready to jump him. Amar's in with the backup.
They're gonna even drop a coil for memes.
I mean, it's feeling rough. You can feel it here from Goonsquad that they're very much falling apart here in this game too.
OG is just feasting. They're feeling the moment,
and now limped down
they know
bottom.
there's no way back for Goonsquad.
They're just catching them one by one.
They're just tearing them apart.
They're really just falling apart completely here now in this game too, Goonsquad. You can see it here with the way that their cores are getting caught. They just don't know how to deal with this. OG too far ahead, and very much here in this game too, showing that they can pick up the lead even quicker and even sooner than they were in game one. This time round, it's looking very, very hard for Goonsquad to do anything.
You said before the game started that if OG let them pick TB this late in the draft, they must have been prepared to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it really shows.
They absolutely
this TB has no impact at all.
See, they'll try and save S4, but he still goes down. Peksu will also fall to his death, slowly but surely. The coil, it's already caught on to Aqua on the high ground. See if OG want to dive with this. They do. They're into the base. They're on top of Aqua. They take him out. 4 dead. We'll see how much they want to play on in this one, but we could be seeing the GG soon. It just feels like this TB's game's completely over.
Not a chance for Goonsquad at this point. They're just getting massacred. And they really, with things what they have against the OG, like, what is the play? I see all the 10 heroes on the map, but I don't see anything for them.
It's so hard when they're this far behind.
Thanks for kind and nice words.
And it's so hard for them to sort of step up for the defense. At the moment, OG, they have split up a little bit. But BZM and Amar have headed out towards the top, starting to bring that top wave. Look for the final tier 2 tower. So they'll be fine in that regard. They'll get to play on Goonsquad, but indeed, if we check the win probability, it's probably not looking too great. We'll catch the replay first. Again, this dive, at the point when OG start diving you know it's kind of already over.
Again, really good save by Taiga. It's just perfect play and positioning in every fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See what they can do from the high ground, Goonsquad. That's the Aegis gone out of the hands of Yuragi. So one less thing that Goonsquad have to worry about. Problem is there's many others.
Radiant's top tower.
They do have the lane ward bottom. They see the Zeus moving out and hiding in the trees. They're gonna go. Oh, Aqua is also aware of it because the Zeus ball. They're not gonna go for it. But they're just really chill. Now they're like kind of playing with their food. They know that it's just there to be picked up, and they just can do whatever they want.
Yeah, BZM starting to get the Dagons out. 10-0-6. They've not been able to catch him at all this game. Here we go. Look at them. OG, they're priming the dive.
10-0-6, 250 creeps. It's very impressive, to say the least. AC almost completed on the Slardar. Like they're just picking up the things, maybe waiting for Nox Thross, maybe just forcing the high ground with the rage. We'll see what they choose. They're looking for jump, but no opportunity. Okay, he's just gonna go rage push. Can Goonsquad catch on retreat? Oh, that's very nice. Like as the rage is coming down, he's making his retreat.
Just gonna try to go for a mark. BKBs are the ready. He'll go back to base, heal up.
BKB trades and the Zeus ulti is just fine for OG.
They're gonna go for a smoke. Goonsquad, see if they can catch OG.
Ags ready on the Zeus.
They have got good burst. They can catch some of the initial combo, any sort of opening stun setup from S4. They will have huge amounts of magical damage to be done. Let's see if they can find out this. Has been picked up by a scam from OG. Catching anyone looks to be difficult. OG, they're already set up. They know this sort of movement's coming into play. Mars ready to charge in. He'll dispel the smoke. He jumps straight in immediately on top of Hanskin. Hanskin goes down. The Dream Core's there. Onto Pexu and Limp. Pexu tries to get the Solar Guardian going, but he'll die before he can get it off. S4 to fall. OG, they're just ready for them. They're just ready for them. They knew exactly what was coming their way. And we saw it there. Amar, he was ready to just charge headfirst into it. Even with his BKB on cooldown, he has no fear at all. He just went for it.
It's cool to see a player that recognizes that even the BKB on cooldown, with the Shadow Demon behind him, he trusts his team.
Look at him go, just straight in.
I know I'm fine. I know. Tiger got me. And he makes space, tanks the spells, and still gets saved. Uses his HP, uses that enemies thinks he's weak. He has BKB on cooldown. They're not gonna go. He uses this to his power, and it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it really is those moments that, if it was a majority of teams, that would have been an opening. But against OG, it just isn't. They're prepared, they're ready to play, they're ready to fight, even without all their resources. 20k lead now for OG. As once again, Goonsquad forced back to their base. It's going to be a slightly longer respawn on Roshan. So if OG do want to play it out casually and wait for that. Still got 2.5 minutes in play. Until the Aegis returns. AC's done on a mark. So even more ways to amp up the team and make sure that when Yuragi gets in, he's effectively hitting very, very hard. I mean, he's going to be doing so in his own regard anyway, with the MKB coming out next.
Goonsquad has no other choice. Besides maybe OG diving really deep in their base, like using Zeus battleback, like just spamming spells. I think that's their best shot. Waiting for the OG mistake. I mean, they're still trying to play a bit outside of the base, but they're not going to look for a team fight. They just place one ward and just waiting for a mistake. Just try to take a pick off. But it's on OG to give them any source of opening.
It's just so hard to leave the base right now. Dagon's getting leveled up on BZM. He's already up to level 3. Goonsquad tentatively trying to take back some of their jungle. They have to be so cautious.
Oh, they're playing on the ward.
And OG, they're ready to have something to say about that. Straight in they go.
He's got to catch him too.
I see Pexu come in to try and help out, but he's only coming to his death. There's no chance of getting anything done out of the map. The frustration's showing here. S4, he knows that this one, it's pretty much done and dusted. As OG, we saw Goonsquad definitely having a good shot against them in game 1, but this game 2 very much proved to be close to impossible here. Still see against the constant pressure, Aqua doing his best to get the items done. He has his Skadi. But we know that he'll still die so quickly if OG get on top of him. As the second set of racks is taken, OG can look to back up 10 seconds until Roche is back in. They can look to take this. I mean, Goonsquad, they'll smoke up. They may try for some sort of risky play to try and intervene around the Roche pit. We'll see what they want to try.
The line. Skyrat Mage, Hanskin is drawing the line. They need to go for this Hail Mary play. The percentage of this play succeeding is very low, but what is the other option?
Exactly, you got to try something. Oh, they get the start. That's not a BZM. He's getting very low, but he has the Yule Scepter. Limp already been taken out. He's got the phase shift here, BZM. He's going to be fine. Jumps back down into the river. It's 2 dead on Goonsquad. There'll be a buyback straight away from Limp as he'll try and get over towards the fight. Amar's in on top of S4, bashing him through the BKB. Aqua will try and run, but the Dream Core catches him. He's not even able to turn and hit back. This is a triple kill for Yuragi. BZM finally dies. But that, I think, is going to be as much as they'll get. It's a big kill the first time that BZM dies this game. But still 3 dead on Goonsquad. And we're seeing that even with the farm that Aqua's managed to find, he still just dies so quickly in these team fights to OG when they focus him.
It's rough. There is something to get out of this, but if they don't stop the rush, it's only going downhill from there. But I respect the try.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you said, they've got to make those sort of plays when they're in the position they are. Give it some sort of an attempt.
I'm not sure. I'm wondering if OG is going to even wait for Puck, or they're just going to go for the third side. Amar is just playing in front of their base. Curious what he buys next. If we live to see that. Picking up the halberd. It's a bit boring, not in a Mars style. I was thinking more of a butterfly or something.
Yeah, butterfly or satanic. And they'll be sort of more down his route. But as it is, you know, I guess they just want to mess with Aqua as much as they can. You know, even though Aqua's got some items, if he gets, you know, sort of 2 rounds of the disarm from Amar and then from Yuragi with his halberd, it's going to make him pretty miserable in the team fights. We'll see to the side, S4. He'll lay down the arena, but Amar just ready to stand his ground, punch into him. Pexa will jump over to try and help. Hanskin cannot escape as Yuragi tears him apart. There's 2 dead once more. OG, they're ready to push up for the final set of racks.
Even without Puck, they still win 2-0. 4v5 fight.
32k lead here at 33 minutes. Only 1,000, well, there we go, now 33, so 1k gold a minute. The lead here for OG.
What is the play for the Goonsquad here? No Mars, Aegis on Lifestealer. Amar just taunting.
And we go, they're already in with the jump. They're straight away there. BZM solos Limp. 100-0 here with a burst of the Dagon. They're ready to dive towards the fountain. Aqua desperately trying to scramble away from OG, but they tear him apart in seconds. GG is called. OG will take this game too. Very much looking to be on top form here in the second game of the series. As, yeah, with that, it's 2-0 here for OG. Goonsquad, they had a decent shot in game 1, but yeah, by the second game, they just didn't have a chance. The Terrorblade was left in, but it well and truly was something that OG were more than happy for Aqua to take. They knew how fast and exactly how to play to make sure that even if he got some sort of space, the Terrorblade would not be able to have a presence against this chaos that OG was bringing.
Exactly, I mean, super ready. Shadow Demon pick really surprised me too, and proved to be like really key to their lineup. And I think Goonsquad in game 2, after 10 minutes, maybe 12, never stood a chance.
No, it definitely felt that way. Yeah, you could see it through the OG. Once they had that lead, they were not letting go of it, and they were just going to grow it as much as they could. And standout performances from pretty much the whole lineup. And it's always refreshing to see that, you know, OG again continuing to come in with these different approaches. Tiger on the SD, something that we just don't see other teams playing, but it works out perfectly here. He ends the game 4-1 and 18. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This series, it's all over. OG, they'll take it 2-0 today against Goonsquad.
What's your style?